control. Man, that looks great.
Jets! Oh my God, it's so beautiful. 78 degrees, Jets football, and we're winning. That's what's going on today. That's why everybody's so psyched. This isn't no happenstance. This is a guarantee, just like Joe Namath said. See that?
There are few things in life you cannot put a price on. Loyalty, tradition, fierce passion. Today is a gigantic family reunion because finally, they're back.
All right, well, we are back, Jeremy. We're here in a celebratory stream of sorts, my friend. We are going to watch together with our Jets family the induction of two, not one, Jeremy, but two New York Jets greats getting into the Hall of Fame. Inducted, as I said, and messed it up. Here's my mic. There it is. Inducted into the Hall of Fame. We have Darrelle Revis, a first ballot Hall of Famer, which is on the rarer side for us. We did have Curtis Martin and Kevin Mawai of late as first ballots, but this one is a first ballot Hall of Famer. And we have the great Joe Klecko finally getting in. I'm going to derail my intro monologue because we have a special guest on location from the Hall of Fame. Mr. Matt O'Leary.
Listen, I don't know if you guys can hear me. I'm trying my best to find a quiet spot. The joints jump in here. I'll flip it around. I'm right next to Rich Eisen and the NFL Network guys. I don't know if you can see them behind me.
Nice.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, we can see.
Yeah,
we
Jerry
can hear
Jones.
you.
Okay, good. They just wheeled, like an hour ago, I was standing out here watching. They wheeled Jerry Jones in. You would have thought the president of the United States was coming through with the amount of security that he had. They're like, make room, make a path.
Oh, my God. I guess in this environment, he's like the president. He's royalty there, isn't he?
Yeah, yep. He had his gold jacket on. Kurt Warner's up there, too. He has his gold jacket on. But it's been a great day here, man. A lot of Jet fans, a lot of Dolphins, too. Dolphins traveled well. And obviously a ton of Browns, too.
Yeah, we got Zach Thomas going in. You saw the emotional Jimmy Johnson presenting him with the gold jacket. I mean, look, I hate Zach Thomas as a football player, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good.
That's hard to hate that. That was really cool. But yeah, I mean, yesterday too was a blast. We had like 200 Jet fans over at Jersey's. We're doing JETS chants, shaking hands, kissing babies, the whole nine. It was great.
Yeah, I was going to ask how that was. How was Boy Green? Was he able to be calmed down, or was he out of control?
Oh, he was amped up. We all were. Jake Asman, though, let me tell you, a man could put down some Tito's and soda. I'll tell you that much.
That's right. Well, that's good to know. You know, he's got the Irish blood. I saw it in him.
And shout out to Wavy Jets. He's in the chat a lot. He was buying us all shots. It was a great time hanging out with everybody. You're on with GreenBean. What's going on? Go Jets!
Yeah!
No, Brian's at practice today. Say what's up, guys.
What's up, man? What's up?
What's happening, everybody?
We're all
That's
out
awesome.
We're all out here.
Oh, we love you guys.
I love it.
I know, dude. I have to admit, man, I so wish I was there with you, dude. I'm envious, Matt. I'm happy you're there. Don't get me wrong, but I'm envious, dude.
The number of people that said, we wish GreenBean were here. Where's GreenBean? Where's Ryan? No mention of Jeremy for some reason. I don't know why, but you are missed. You are loved and missed here.
Oh, that's good to hear, man. You know, and I felt it. I was like yearning to be at Jersey's with you guys. Now, have you seen Klecko or Revis or anybody in that capacity yet?
No, I did see, and I got a picture with Marty Lyons. He was outside the Hall of Fame yesterday as we were coming out. Shout out! So someone who watches us was like, "Oh, do you see?" He shook my hand. He's like, "Do you see Marty?" I'm like, "No, where is he?" He's like, "He's right over there."
Oh,
so I ran
awesome.
over, grabbed a picture. He was about to get on a golf cart, and they were wheeling him off somewhere. But that was just a quick interaction. No, I would love to see Revis or Klecko. I saw a bunch of people yesterday who were showing me pictures that they got with Klecko. So, I'll keep an eye out today. But
Now, so where are your seats? Are you by a bunch of Jets fans? Did they kind of put you guys together or anything like that?
we are over on the side in like section 127. So like it's diagonal from the stage. There's a lot of Jet fans like down on the floor. We're in like the seating area. I think we're going to be under an overhang, which I'll take with my fair skin here.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's Jet fans all over. It's definitely heavy Browns because Cleveland's only 40 minutes away. And I got to the rivals, but the Dolphins fans traveled really, really well too. Yesterday, when we were in the Hall of Fame, in the room with all the busts, at 2:00, they all gathered around Don Shula's face and did the Miami Dolphins chant. There had to be 100 of them in there.
There's a Miami Dolphins chant. What did they do?
Yeah, the Miami Dolphins.
Oh,
Miami Dolphins, number one. Yeah.
They sang the corny song. Okay, well, that's all they got. So
Yeah.
I
said, isn't that the Oilers song?
It is, but you know what? I did some research. I thought Miami took it from Houston. It's actually Miami was first, so you got to give it to them. Got to give it to them.
Okay, yeah.
They're the originators of that shitty song. So
yeah, I don't know. Somebody on my block was a Miami Dolphin fan. He used to sing it all the time.
So yeah, it's the worst. So Matt, real quick, and then I'll let you go. I appreciate you jumping on. Did you see like Phil from Jetnation or Tailgate Joe or any of those guys? They're around.
No, they're making I've seen like them post stuff, but I haven't run into them. I saw the guys from Gotham City, and the I forget which group. It was Together Jets or something like that. Forgive me for botching the name, but they did an event from 6 to 8 at Jersey's, and then we were there 8 to 12. But everyone stayed. It was a huge group of Jet fans, and that was really cool. Fireman Ed was supposed to come, but unfortunately, he was staying. He didn't realize how far away he was staying. But the Jet Lounge guys were there. A ton of fans, so it was a good group of guys.
That's amazing, dude. Well, listen, enjoy the induction ceremony. This is historic, Matt. You know that. This is historic. Yeah. I hope you have a great time. Take some videos, some pictures, and send it over to us. But I hope that you and Taylor have a great time. And thanks for checking in, man.
Thanks, guys. Enjoy.
All right, there he goes. Matt O'Leary hanging out at the Hall of Fame induction ceremony. Obviously, one of the Talking Jets channel originators, right? He's part of the crew, of course. We love Matt, and I'm so happy he's there. It's really crazy, Jeremy, because I have been talking for, decades about if Klecko gets in, I'm going to be there. And I had to, my wife, because she knows, so soon as it was announced, she had an Airbnb, she had contact with the Hall of Fame, she had it all arranged, and I couldn't schedulely get it, or I couldn't do it. And it was so painful. And now that it's there, I'm genuinely happy for all of our people that are out there. Obviously, Sachs out there with the Jet Lounge, which you are now associated. Joe Beningo's out there. We have our buddy Jake Assman out there. The Gotham City crew is out there. Jetnation is out there. Our friends, with Tailgate Joe is out there. Fireman Ed's out there. So all of our people are out there. And I'm here. It's crazy, dude. And look, I'm okay, but I can't lie. I'm a touch envious, Jeremy. I have to admit.
Yeah, look, it's hard for me too. I would have, wanted to go, but I got I had to make a choice. It was the Chargers game, Hall of Fame. Me and my wife were going to New York in October, going to the game in November. I'm doing the Senior Bowl with Dom C next year. I'm filling in for you.
Nice.
I'm his new GreenBean. Right. So I'm doing all these trips. And I had to make a choice between those two things. I chose the game, but it's a bummer right now, but I'm happy that our guys are all there. So many of them are there and are having a great time.
Yeah. And we're getting tons of, content and clips. Look, if Matt wasn't there, we wouldn't have seen the worst Jets hat in the world. Right. That poor guy. You guys saw the clip. let me show you guys the Matt O'Leary picture. What the hell just happened here? No, it's not what I wanted. Let me show you guys the picture of, I mean, when you want to talk about the worst Jets hat going. It's funny. I saw a picture with Matt and Jake Assman and Boy Green, and my first thought was, oh, Jake is short. And then I remember, oh, no. Matt's tall. That's what it is. Let me show you guys so without Matt O'Leary being there, we wouldn't have known about this poor fella and his Jets hat. Look at this thing, everybody. Just look at this Jets hat. If you didn't see it the other night, or you didn't see it on Instagram or Twitter or what have you, this fella, that hat is in fact signed by Blair Thomas. He bought this hat the last time the Jets were in the playoffs, and he refuses to buy another one until the Jets get back in. And look at this thing, Jeremy. Look at this. You can see his cranium through the hat. You can see the stitching. I mean, at least it's a well-built hat. I mean, it's I don't know, man. He's been wearing this thing out in the sun, I think. But yeah, we wouldn't know about this guy. Now we all know about him, which is important. Now let's show a few. I want to show you guys a few things here. So there we go. That's the boys. You got Matt O'Leary, Jake Assman, and Boy Green.
Look how little Boy Green is.
Yeah. So Jake's just a regular. Jake's probably 6 foot, 5'11", 5'10" there. You know, Boy Green's on the shorter side, but we know that he's our little buddy. But Matt's 6'4", dude. Matt's no joke. You know.
Look at him.
Look at him.
The black.
What else we got here? You got so here we go. There we go. Curtis Martin, everybody. These are our enshrinees. Some of our enshrinees. Curtis Martin, a great Jet. Who else we got? There he is. Joe Namath. He's got I always was taken by this. I've been to the Hall of Fame a couple times. It's the thing that stands out. Right on Namath's nose is this flaw. I don't like it, Jeremy. What do you think can they fix it?
I don't know. I wouldn't. I think they should just let it be.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, let that represent his addiction to women or something.
Yeah, it's a funny thing. So let's see what we got here. Look at this. Joe Klecko. What's that? Seagram 7? Why are you putting the Seagram 7? Seagram's Crown Whiskey named Joe Klecko as the NFL's most outstanding defensive player in 1981. Wow. All right, not bad. Here's the sack exchange, boys. There they are. You got Joe Klecko, Marty Lyons, Abdul Salam, and Mark Gastineau. I'm wearing my Gastineau jersey today to insinuate he, honorarily, he should be there too. I don't know if he'll be there. He's sick, in person. And then you got the Revis display. Look at this. Look at this, Jeremy. Darrelle Revis picked off Tom Brady at the Meadowlands. Jets 16, Patriots 9 in 2009, September 20th. Look at that. Look at all this. So here's some of his notes. What's he writing? I can't read it. Here's his cleats. Darrelle Revis wore these cleats one day. Okay. That's nice. All right, what else we got here? You got the Jim Beam. All right, let's see this. Hold on. You got Jetman. There it is. Love it. All right. They're all there. Let's see what
Jake Assman. Jake, any comment on what the people are? All right, I'm here with Jake Assman. Jake, any comment on what the people are calling tiptoe gate?
Look, I respect the fact people are calling it tiptoe gate. I'm on my tippy toes right now. This guy is a giant. What do you want me to do? All right, I'm just trying to go out there and have a good time and not look like a dwarf next to this guy. But it's not easy because he's really tall. So look, Tiptoe Gate. It's not as bad as Spy Gate. I'm just doing my thing. Let's go, Jets, Super Bowl champions. Here we go.
Here we go. Heard it here first. Super Bowl champs. Let's go.
Tiptoe Gate,
right, I'm here
Jeremy. What do you think?
No, I think if I was Boy Green, I would take that picture you showed before, and I'd post met Larry Bird and his little brother.
Yeah, right, exactly right. Well, look, here's the proof. So taking pictures, somebody caught it. Jake Aspin has been standing on his tiptoes to be properly represented in the picture. That's great. It's a good idea. I should have did that. You know, it's funny. The first pictures I ever took with Matt O'Leary, we met outside the original Coney Island Cyclone meetup. And because Matt and I, we've known each other for years, but it's all online, as we know. And people, so we took a picture and put it online, and everybody's like, oh, I didn't know GreenBean was so short. I got all these. I'm like, dude, I'm 5'11" and a half, man. Like, I'm 6 feet. Matt's fucking tall, dude. You know what I mean? It's like, this isn't a joke, everybody. 6'4" is tall, everybody. You know, like 6'4" is no joke.
Yeah, it's no joke.
Got all the guys there. This is great, man. Let's see what's going on.
House divided, man. House divided, man.
That's right, dude. We are there, Jeremy.
House divided.
We are there. So Ryan might be calling in, everybody. Ryan and Richie, and even Gangrene David. There's a Gangrene David sighting at Jets camp today. So let's see what's going on. I can't have the music. Hold on. Here we go. This is what's going on at camp. Got Michael Carter feigning passes to Sauce Gardner. What are they doing? They're all so funny.
They're buddies.
Yeah, look at
young bucks.
Young bucks having fun, just frolicking in the sun. Everybody, look at that.
Sauce playing quarterback.
I love it. This is great. Matt O'Leary's page. Oh, what's this?
Jeff, I still can't believe we got Aaron Rodgers. When we signed Alan Lazard, I still
This says every Jets fan. Let's see.
Jeff, I still can't believe we got Aaron Rodgers. When we signed Alan Lazard, I still thought it was like a 30% chance. He barely gave up anything to get the best QB in the league. I still can't believe this man took a $35 million pay cut. Can I get some of that? Super Bowl or bust, baby. Did you see the new house he bought? Garrett Wilson is going to go off with Aaron Rodgers. If he put up over 1,000 yards with Zach Wilson, just imagine what he's going to do with Aaron Rodgers. This is the first episode of Hard Knocks come out. No team featured on Hard Knocks has gone to the Super Bowl. None of them had Aaron Rodgers. Our defense is so deep. Did you see the Will McDonald spin move? Our O-line, on the other hand. I just hope Beckham balls out this year. He looked good in the Hall of Fame game. Why did DeMarcus Ware sing the national anthem? We might as well sign Jordy Nelson. We signed Randall Cobb. Keep my coach's name out of your mouth. I can't wait till week 5. Keep that same energy, Denver. How are we the third least smartest fan base? Well, we did draft Brendan Golston. So are we signing Dalvin Cook or not? I'm not saying we should trade for Jonathan Taylor. I'm saying it would be fun, though. We don't even need Dalvin Cook, let alone Jonathan Taylor. We're not getting Devontae Adams. Imagine, though. This is the best case scenario.
Imagine,
we'll to learn from the best and still hit on some Cougars. No pressure. What do you think of the legacy white jersey? I'm just glad DeAndre Hopkins didn't sign with the Patriots. I love Quentin Williams. His contract's pretty manageable, too. It's so weird having a highly drafted player succeed. Did you see the chain Sauce Gardner got Aaron Rodgers? Did you see the Hall of Fame game? It's preseason. Our defense is not that bad. I'm happy Darrelle Revis is the first ballot Hall of Famer. I'm sad Darrelle Revis won a Super Bowl with the Patriots. This is crazy. Aaron Rodgers is our QB. This is our best chance of winning a Super Bowl since I've been alive. Can't wait for the season to start, bro. Now, the Mets can just get it together, bro. I'm telling you, bro.
That's funny. That's funny, man. Who's that? Let's see who that was. Cameron Magruder, everybody, on Twitter. Give him a follow. I like that. Cameron Magruder, everybody. Not bad. There's Jake Aspin and Joe Beningo. Wonder what they're talking about, Jeremy. What do you think?
Beningo drove up with Sack.
I know. Yeah.
Kenny.
What do you think that was like?
Let's say it was hysterical. They were arguing on where to take him to dinner. You know, he can't eat that much, blah, blah. They're having a whole big fight on the phone. I'm on the phone, and I'm like, and Sack is yelling, we'll take him to a place that has a nice salad and grilled chicken. And I said, this is so bad of me, because the way they were making him sound like he was so elderly. I said, somebody just make sure they bring prune juice.
Oh, what'd he say? Fuck you.
They laughed. No, he wasn't on the phone.
Oh, okay. Let's see. Crossfire checking. What's up, Crossfire? Good to see you, buddy. Offensive Rookie of the Year, Defensive Rookie of the Year, 2 Hall of Famers, and an effing Super Bowl. That's right. 2023, man. I mean, look, we're built. we're built, right? We're ready. It's all about this offensive line. We got a couple question marks on defense, like Jamie and Sherwood, who I believe in, but you can't say he's on a question mark. Tony Adams, if he ends up starting, that's a question mark. So, and we got to see if our boys, especially our rooks from last year, the old second year, that sophomore slump thing that is very real for a lot of players. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes, man. But we are built. We're ready. Boycott activity, talking about DeJuan Jones. Yeah, he looked pretty good, didn't he? He did. His problem is that his motivation. So who knows? Maybe they get him motivated, right? Today is the day of biblical. That's right, Matthew Frank. Right on. Boy Green is running back one. Phil Adams, dude. What's up, Phil? Good to see you, buddy. It's good to see you. Vafadoost is here. Matt is too tall for camera work. I know. You gotta take it into consideration. Did you guys see the picture? I think I showed it the other night. Gator McCluskey edited it slightly to make Ryan and Richie look like our kids. That was beautiful. Beautiful picture. Let's see who else we got here. Hepburn's in the house. Cyclone Boys, what's up? It's good. I know. I wish we were doing it. The game we're going to is literally 7 days after Coney Island closes.
That was so bad.
It's brutal. I'd love to get like a Nickelodeon Universe thing going, because that's the theme park that's right next to Giant Stadium or whatever the hell it is now, MetLife. It's in the Meadowlands, but it's a different deal. Like going to the Cyclone, you pay $10 or whatever it is to get on the coaster, and it's a great time. We go have some pizza. It's like $65 to go into into Nickelodeon Universe. Now there's more coasters, there's more shit to do, but for our purposes, we just want to get a hang going, and then we got to leave and go find some place to eat. You don't want to eat in the mall. I mean, even though they have lots of food, it's like, they're gonna gouge you. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you don't get Brooklyn pizza in there.
Yeah, well, it's not going to be something special.
It's not going to be special. It's just going to be some place,
Yeah.
Kay Yeti's here. Michael Murphy. What's up, Michael? A Fungus Among Us in the house. Yeah. This is great, guys. And as we watch, I don't know how this is going to go. We're going to watch it. Probably be, I think they're holding the speeches this year, Jeremy, to 7 minutes, which is new because, I guess a lot of players, they would just talk for, 20 minutes. And everybody's like, come on, dude. It's a long day. So that'll be helpful. But during the speeches, I can't imagine I'm going to want to say too much, right?
I don't know. Are we even allowed to play it, right? Can we play the speeches or how are we going to do that?
No, I'm not going to play them. Tim's here. What's up, Tim?
So when it gets up to them, we're going to mute it.
So I can listen. I mean, I can play it low. I don't know. Turn my mic down. I don't know.
We didn't think of that.
Well, I did. I thought a lot about it. I just don't have an answer. Johnny Jimenez is here. Am I the only one that is feeling a type of way that Revis wasn't dressed up when receiving his award? Yeah, I think you might be. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure you're not the only one. I don't know. He'll be dressed up today. No? What do they wear?
They wear the jacket. Don't they wear a special jacket when they get into the
they get the special jacket while they're there. Like they go on stage, they get, they have it. Maybe they're wearing it. I don't know. I mean, I've watched enough of these, but I didn't retain that information.
Yeah. The guy can wear whatever he wants.
Yeah, I think so too, Johnny. I wouldn't get too caught up in that. But I'll tell you what, the one thing I do know is they unveil the bust when they're on the stage. So that's good. We get to see that.
Nice.
The actual bronze bust. That's great. Let's see. Flight Right's in the house. What's up with you, Flight Right? Good to see you, man. Ryder and Talon's Pa. What are my thoughts on Becton? Let me tell you something. So there's a lot of craziness going on, right? Like, I think we're looking for, in my opinion, I think people are looking for a reason to continue to either dislike him. They've called him a bust for 2 years or whatever. They want to maintain that. I get it. But I think there's some legitimate, if you're just watching, that's concerning, right? You can have some concern that he kind of pulled himself out. But here's the thing with that field. And as I've watched and read lots of things, and that field is notoriously bad, right? As we saw Zach slip. Mekhi Becton said, I felt it, man. I felt the field not supporting me, and I just don't want to play with that. I'm not messing around. So we saw 7 plays from him. Now, unfortunately, I think we would have seen more if the offense could stay on the field. They couldn't figure out how to do that. So we saw 2 drives, essentially. So it's a short body of work there. But, dude, he was excellent in that little exhibition. Now, so again, the field, just a few years ago, they had to cancel the game because the field was so bad. So it's a notoriously bad field. And if you're like coming back, you're still not confident. Like, we got to give the guy some time to come back after 2 straight knee injuries. You know, he lost 2 seasons. Like, he's not playing. Like, I'm not sacrifice. I'm going to make sure I'm good. Now, some people shared, like, there's always an excuse with Becton, and I get it. I understand. But are these excuses, are they his? I mean, I guess the weight thing I can give it, right? Like, all right, well, you know, why aren't you in shape, dude? All right, I get that. I'm with that. I see it. I'm with it. I understand. And I agree. But we see him working all year. We see him coming back. He's primed. He's ready to come back. He looked great in his first action. Now, he's not playing against Myles Garrett. It's fine. You know what I mean? He's playing against the guy in front of him, and he looked great. And he's still an NFL guy. So we got to give him time to kind of work back up, get the confidence on his knee. I'd be spooked. You know what I mean? Shit. You 2 straight knee injuries, and you feel think about this. So you go back to block, you feel the ground give out, and your knee just a little bit, twist a little bit. You're like, I'm not doing that. I'm not doing it. So I showed what I needed to show. I got my first work. I started. I did great. I'm good. I understand that. And I think slowly but surely we work him in, see how he does. The next game is at MetLife, I believe. Hold on a second. Let's see here. New York Jets schedule. Let's make sure. That we're at the Panthers next week. So we're down in Carolina at the Panthers for the next preseason game. There's some joint practices as well, I believe. So that'll be fun. Then we follow that up with the Buccaneers coming up here. Right. So that'll be an interesting one. I believe I'm going up to one of the joint practices. So that'll be fun. So that I can't wait to do that. And then we end the preseason with the Giants. And technically speaking, it's a Giants home game, which is weird. Because the season game is also a Giants home game. So I don't know why they would do that. But it is what it is. So the Jets season ticket holders only get 1 preseason game this year, it looks like, which is weird, Jeremy.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, the thing about Becton, I think that people don't understand is it is very common within a calendar year or even a little over a year when you have knee surgery, an ACL or whatever, that it feels discomfort. There's swelling, there's discomfort. I don't understand why it's so hard to understand why a young guy who just lost 2 years of his career is going to have a little trauma because he just lost 2 years of his career when he feels pain there. And he's going to want to be a little bit careful. I think it's natural. And I think that's what Salah's talking about with the confidence, meaning he's going to feel pain and just know that it's normal and not worry that something's wrong. Because I would worry that something was wrong if it was me. I'd say, why is it still hurting? I thought that they did I thought the surgery was successful. It would be in my head too.
Oh yeah, totally. And I think it's just like, it's the same mentality from my perspective as Tippmann's a bust. It's like, we are notoriously impatient. Now, a lot of that comes from waiting for 50 years.
Yeah.
All right. So you get it. It's a part of our very real paradigm. But like, we got to give these guys a minute. Number one, Tippmann's a rookie, and they're doing the right thing. He played the whole game. He looked fine. Now, he's not playing against starters yet, so that's great. He shouldn't be going into his first ever NFL contact against starters, so it's fine. It's great. But the same thing with Becton, just like Jeremy said, he's coming off the surgery. There's going to be swelling, discomfort, weird. Like he said, it's my new normal. Like it's never going to be what it was. And that's got to be an interesting transition. You know, it's this now. It's like that Louis C.K. joke. He said he went to the doctor for his ankle and he said, there's just there's nothing really wrong. It's just, this is what it is now. And he goes, what do you mean? You're not going to fix it? He's like, there's nothing to fix. This is just you now. Like you're older. He's like, that's it. Yeah, this is just learn to live with this. Like this is where you are. You get creaky, you get achy. It's just part of the deal, you know? Yeah. And you can have surgeries and everything, but I'm sure Mekhi Becton's all surgeried out, you know, figure out how to look at it. Yeah, I mean, again, you know, specifically, we're talking about his first action back. I'm not looking too much. I get it, Hennessy. I do. But it's like, you know, it wasn't just 7 snaps. It was the whole first quarter, you know, so that just happens to be the snaps that they played. I'm sure if the drives went on, he would have stayed in. He came in for field goals and things like that. But think about it. Without the special teams, he would have had, 5 plays or whatever the hell it was. So it's like, it's just, it's crazy. What happens if he doesn't like the new MetLife turf? Well, that's a different story. I can't play on that turf. Well, it's new turf. So and the thing is with our old turf, that was notoriously bad. We saw, lots of complaints. We had like official complaints from other teams about MetLife's turf. And they had that old stuff, that field turf stuff, which as we look, remember we did the whole live stream about it. And it was, the blades of grass were actually loops. Like, what the hell is that? Like, you can totally see cleats getting caught in that. So now they moved away from it, something a little bit, obviously less loops, but more updated. The technology has advanced and so forth, like these things do. So, I don't know. I won't broach that one, Hennessy, until it becomes a thing, but I'm fine.
Yeah, he also, when he says very clearly, not that he wouldn't play on bad turf, he said, I'm not going to play on this bad turf for a meaningless game.
Right. Yeah.
That was part of what he said. He goes, it's not worth the risk. I'm a big guy. I'm coming off knee surgery. I have some discomfort there sometimes. Playing on this bad turf for what? A preseason game?
Yeah.
He's like,
for what?
It wasn't worth it.
Yeah. You have to treat the knee of a 300-pound offensive line with kid gloves. Yeah. That's what I think they're doing the right thing. I think everybody is fine. It's just our feelings, we're nervous, shit. I think that's normal. You see, but this is it. This is like we're imagining, Dano, like we're imagining things in the future. Like Jeremy just said, and like Mekhi Becton said, I'm not willing to risk it for a meaningless game. Think about it, dude. All this, nobody was even playing. We were looking at guys like on the bottom end, like, guy 86 was playing, so it's just one of those things. I think it's smart. If you're feeling that, like, why risk it? It's your first game back. He looked dominant in his time there, in the 7 plays, he pass blocked well, he run blocked well. So I think it's, that's what to focus on.
And I think
as we roll him back in. What's that?
And I think it's the opposite with the postseason. If the Jets make the postseason, he's playing for a contract. Yeah. So he's going to want to help them win, not only because, obviously everybody wants to win, but if they win the Super Bowl and make the Super Bowl, that raises the price. Every free agent that comes off the Super Bowl team gets a little bit more money, a little bit more, excitement and pursuit because they were on a winning team.
Right. Let's see what else we got here. Let's see. Where can I send my pillows and blankets for Becton? I don't know. Got to get his address, John.
The anger towards this.
I know it's interesting. It's similar to Mims, but it's like, I think with Becton, it's like Dano said, 15 million for no plays. But again, like when we look at the source of the injury, dude, he was just doing his job. He got rolled on And who knows, the whole thing, wrong surgery, who knows? But he's here now. Clearly, he put in the work this offseason, right? Clearly, he put in the work. He's dedicated. He's into it. He's part of the rotation right now. We'll see if he can work his way up. He looked good. He looked good in the game that we were able to see.
To me, the only sensible thing for a Jet fan to do at this point is to just hope he's good and stays healthy.
Right. We should all be rooting for him, man. That's the thing. Like, I'm not saying nobody, the guys that are concerned or what, that you're not rooting for him, but it's just, I don't know. I think we're being like, we're really microscoping this thing. It's like, it's his first game back. He played 7 plays, 2 drives. He looked good. He pulled himself because the field was shitty and guys were slipping all over the place, and it's not worth it. It's meaningless. So makes sense to me. Makes sense. Now, what I would love to see Becton just stay in the whole game, like a Tipman or, Will McDonald or Bryce Huff, any of these guys that played. I'm sure, love it, but it's not worth it. And I agree with that. Paula says knee problems are no joke. Yeah, totally. Yeah, that's what right, Dano. That's what it boils down to. We just want to see the guy. And we got to see him, as they pitch count him and incrementally roll him back in. Like, dude, he didn't look lost out there. He didn't look slow. He didn't look like he couldn't, like, it was good. Let's just take it. Don't look a gift horse in the mouth, right? As they say. It's hard to do. But that's really what it boils down to. We just want to see the guy play. Matthew Zucker checking in. Our time is upon us, fellow brethren. 37 days. And look what we get, Matthew. We get a little Hall of Fame action to kind of pacify, satiate, if you will. It's like Jeremy eating a bag of potato chips, barbecue Cape Cod potato chips to hold him over before dinner. What do you got there?
More healthy.
Oh, right. Popcorners.
Yeah,
there
I saw this chili flavor. I couldn't resist.
That's right. You know what's funny? When you go and get like some healthy chips. Let's say you get veggie chips, right? They're beets and everything else. And then you look at the main ingredient in it and it's potatoes.
Every time.
Potato starch.
Yep.
Like, or those, you may know those ones, they're like shaped like string beans, like green beans. It's like, they're called like, you look at those and you're like, oh, I'm eating green beans. You're fucking eating potato chips, man. That's what they just sprinkle some green bean juice on there. They go, made with real green beans. I always love that. Made with real cheese. What else? Oh, tons of chemicals and shit. But we put some cheese in there. Made with real cheese. Kraft macaroni and cheese. Made with real cheese. What else? It's not.
The best is that it's so terrifying that that's what they have to say. They have to tell you that it's made with real cheese.
It's made with, right. It's fucking macaroni and cheese. It should be macaroni and cheese. They got to tell us, hey, by the way, there's cheese in there. No, really? Because it says cheese.
Can you imagine going to a pizza place and there's a sign, our pizza is made with real cheese? I'd be like, oh, congratulations. Get it out.
Such a ridiculous thing, man. It really is. It's ridiculous. Made with real fruit juice. Well, it says fruit punch. The title is fruit punch. Made with real fruit. Oh. At least if you're buying like Hawaiian Punch. Does Hawaiian Punch still exist?
Yeah, it was on that funny podcast where the guy has it every morning. He has that big giant like half-gallon like water cooler drinker thing filled with Hawaiian Punch, and they were making fun of him. They were like, do you know how much sugar that is? They were laughing at him. They don't have the kind that you have to add your own sugar anymore. They only have the Hawaiian Punch that comes with the sugar already in it.
I don't remember adding mine. That was Kool-Aid.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Kool-Aid. All right, Chris Berman's on the TV, everybody. So the enshrinement ceremony is beginning.
Mm-hmm. It still looks the same. 25 years. The Raiders.
The frozen tundra of Canton, Ohio. That doesn't work. Where's O'Leary? Where's Phil from Jetnation? Where's Sack? Where are they?
Yeah, let's look for him. Look for 99 for Sack. Oh, they may have showed him. I thought I saw it for a second. I thought I saw his jersey. I'm gonna pause it if they show him.
Right. North of 45 has it. Bottom line, we should all be in his corner, hope. Right. Because let me tell you something, dude. His rookie season, 99% of Jets fans were able to see, like, holy macaroni, we have an animal. Animal. What's Chris Berman saying? So this is great. I hope everybody's watching it. Turn it on. It is beginning, everybody. We're going to watch it together so we can react together. Oh, Dane, I just got 5,000. It's funny. Last time I looked, I had 4,996. So thank you. I didn't know. I got over. I got to tend to my Twitter more. I got to make sure I put a tweet or his X out every day. Let me see. I just got a Twitter note. Oh.
I'm closing in on 3,000.
Oh, Dane, you hit me on Twitter too. There you are. Hey, buddy. I'm going to like that. I'm going to say, hi, Dane. I'm saying hi to you right now. And it corrected me to Daub. Why would it correct Dane to Daub? D-A-U-B-E. Daube? Dubé? Daub.
Come on, show the crowd again.
Thank you, Dane. You're a good dude. All right, you can have your doubts, man. I mean, that's all right. I just think we need to, like, I'm a believer in positive energies, right? I'm a believer in that shit, vibrations, and I'm a believer in it, man. So, like, I don't succeed all the time, but I'm conscious of, where's Matt?
Where's Matt?
I want to see him. I want to find him in there.
No, he's so tall. Just look for the heads. It's like when we walked with him to our seats last year, I felt like I didn't get lost because I just looked for him.
Yeah, that's so great.
Just look for Big Bird.
I think that was Sack. Did you see him? That was Sack, dude.
Oh, I got him. I paused it. I'm taking a picture of this.
Yeah, there you go. Send it to me too. I want to see it.
Okay. I gotta turn the computer down a little bit. Move my mic.
So O'Leary called in earlier, said Dolphins fans are traveling well too.
Is that him wearing a Revis jersey?
I couldn't see. I just saw his face. I was like 75% that it was him. Harry's here. What's up, Harry? Good to see you. It's good to see Harry in here. Got lots of our buddies in here today. This is fantastic. I love being with you guys. This is a special day, and we're together.
Okay, I'm going to send you the picture. Tell me if it's him. If it's not him, it sure as hell looks like him. I'll say that.
Well, who's he with, too? You can see the other guys.
Well, that's why I don't see anybody else. That's why I'm downing it right now. So.
Yeah, send it to me. Let me see what's going on.
I'm so used to seeing him in the 99 jersey.
Let's see. Oh, that's not him. That's not him.
You see why I thought it was?
Yeah, totally. Let's see. Who's he talking about? Zach Thomas is first, it looks like. Yep, Zach Thomas is up first. Yeah, I'll show everybody Harry's Klecko jersey. Harry, as you know, is he's in the Beanbagger Discord. The link to join the Beanbaggers is in the description. Guys, we're about to start our fantasy league. We have a free one and a pay one, but just like $10 to get in, 10 or 20. We haven't decided yet. But if you want to get in that with us, join the Beanbaggers. There's all kinds of exclusive content and hangout sessions that we do. We're going to be doing all 22 film breakdowns of every game. For the Beanbaggers, we do the post-game hang too every game. We always get together right after the game. Chit chat. Let me show everybody Harry in his Klecko jersey. So you can see Harry's ready. Where is it? There he is. There he is. Look at that guy in his Klecko jersey. Well done, Harry. Well done, sir. That's great. Amazing. Yeah, he's going to cry. He's going to cry. He's a crier. Hey, Dano, let me ask you, can you hear my TV now? Can you guys hear it? Because if not, I'm good.
I can't hear anything.
Oh, that's awesome. All right, good. I'm ready. I'm ready to go.
Last thing you need to do is get that channel shut down.
I'm telling you.
How old Jimmy Johnson is. Poor guy.
He still looks good, though.
Yeah. Zach Thomas. Yeah, you have all that money. It's easy to do everything.
I used to work with Jimmy Johnson's son a couple years. Good dude. I liked him a lot, actually.
Well, I always sided with him over Jerry Jones.
I didn't care enough to side one way or the other, but remember, there was a famous line. It was in a book. I know, demonetizing Bean. Jesus Christmas, huh? But there was a book about like the Dallas Cowboys Super Bowl when they played the Bills, right? I think that was the second Bills Super Bowl. And Jimmy Johnson went into the locker room, do his speech before the game. And he talked a little bit and he said, and I want to remind you of something. That team that we're playing today is a bunch of PUSSIES. Said they are soft and they can't compete with you. So remember that. Like, go out there and beat the living hell because they are a bunch of peas. So that's a great speech, man. It's just like, dude, look, it's out there. You got Bruce Smith, of course. You had, what was the other guy's name? Bennett. They had some dudes, but it was like, they're not us. And they showed them, and they beat the living hell out of them. They beat the crap out of the Bills. That's a great speech.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. Zach Thomas, they shouldn't be showing any Zach Thomas versus the Jets. Not today.
Not today. So
they will.
By the way, Zach got back to me. He says that's Lou. So he knows the guy.
Lou.
He says the guy named Lou. So they know him. So they were close.
All right. Oh, there he goes. Grabbing Keyshawn, Neil O'Donnell. What is all this? Why are you doing this? There you go. Show the Bears, man. Show the Pats. All right, crush the Pats. I remember though. Zach Thomas was a badass. I hated his guts, dude. Him and Jason Taylor, I hated them.
You got look down. Do you have anybody here?
Who's that?
I got you someone special from on site from the Hall of Fame.
I don't see it. Yeah, there's nobody here.
There's no one in the waiting room?
No.
Oh.
I would see.
He's in there.
Oh, yeah. The Rush says Bruce Smith used to always shop at his store. Is Bruce Smith still alive? I feel like he might have passed away. Oh, here they go. They're going to show Zach Thomas's head. His bust. He's still alive. Okay, that's awesome. Good. Because again, like I tell you guys all the time, there he goes. Outside of like Tom Brady, like I don't hate these guys in real life. So Jason Taylor, he's kind of a prick. But it's football. Like it's funny too. Like there was something on Twitter like 2 weeks ago where like somebody said something like, that guy's sideways. And people were like, you shouldn't talk like that about this guy's a father. And it's like, dude, what happened to us as fans? Don't you know what being a fan is? Like somebody said, like, why are you rooting against? I said, because he's not on my team. I had to chime in. Why is this so hard to understand? We love who's on our team. We hate who's not on our team. And that's the whole fun of being a fan. At least my fandom. We don't win much. So that's where I've created that maybe. But that's what we do. You hate who's not on your team. The guys that are good against you, Dan Marino, whoever it might be, you hate him. Doesn't mean you hate him and, you're wishing his wife is sick. It's not like that. It's just on the field. Screw this guy. I hate him. Why is that so hard to understand in this day and age, everybody? What happened to us? Harry checking. I never thought I'd see the day where I would see Klecko be enshrined. Thank God we is alive to appreciate this honor. Harry getting hip. Thank God we is alive. All right, Harry, I love it. I am feeling emotional. Yeah, I feel it too. I do. The looking at Zach Thomas is curbing that a little bit. I'm happy for him. I have to say, like we talked about a few minutes ago, if you guys didn't see the Zach Thomas, finding out about getting into the hall, it's good, dude. Like Jimmy Johnson and his family were waiting upstairs, like when he walked into his house. And he walked in, he turns the corner on the stairs, and he sees it, and he just breaks down. Look at Jimmy Johnson crying.
Yeah, he was a great player.
Yeah, this is the thing. This is the top, dude. This is the thing. Like when they're little kids, like we see it all the time. I've coached many little kids in my life. Obviously, have a son who has aspirations. He's at football practice literally right now. All right, hold on. We got Sack checking in from the Hall of Fame. What's up? What are you doing?
Well, can't really talk. You can't talk
can't
so
talk.
much.
You know what? Why don't you call back in between? Hey, Sack. There he goes. He's showing us. All right, now we know where he's sitting. So,
I was recruited to Texas Tech to play fullback, but there was this guy by the name of Van Morris who I knew I couldn't beat out.
Van Morris, remember that guy?
So we'll get you back when the Klecko.
Yeah, awesome. All right, Sack, good to see you, buddy. There he goes. Sack Exchange checking in from the Jet Lounge. All sorts of fun. All sorts of fun happening. He's like, I can't talk.
Sitting with Miami fans, though. They might try to take a shot at him.
Yeah, it's great. Yeah, everybody forgets, Tim. Everybody forgets that the Patriots were a laughing stock. They were grody. They were just like a crap organization. And then, Tom Brady comes. Because even Belichick.
The coolest thing about getting enshrined to the Hall of Fame, it's got to be.
Wait, hold on. Hold on a second. Are you still checking in? Oh, there he goes. All right. He's like, he was like, I see his face.
I mean, imagine you having your image captured like that and in a place that's like a museum, like
there's Westy.
People. Oh, wow. He's part of the Broncos now. He betrayed us.
Yeah.
Screw him now.
We coach Zach Thomas. There's a huge section on Zach Thomas in his awesome book. If you guys didn't read Westhoff's book, it's a good read, dude. You're going to love it. It's a football fan book, What were you saying, though, Jeremy? What about picture up there? What are you saying?
Like to have your likeness, the statue, the head, in the Hall of Fame. Thousands and thousands of people forever, for years and years, are looking at your image. I mean, that's incredible. That's a really cool thing. I mean, I don't think people understand how big of a deal that is.
It's huge. So Crossfire just lost power. That's right. You can't talk about the Dolphins positively, man, or else the universe will take your power. Well, I'm sorry to hear that, man. Hopefully that turns around fast for you. That sucks, man. Let's see what we got. Johnny Jimenez. It's so dope with Klecko and Revis going into the Hall of Fame together. That was my dad's favorite player, and my favorite player was Revis. It's a cool moment watching this with him. Yeah, dude, good for you, Johnny. Tell your pops we said hello. We're with them, man. Like, that's the way it goes. It's like, for me, I'm an older fan, as you guys know. I became a fan during the Sack Exchange days. They were the group. that got me. And then offensively, it was Freeman, dude. I loved Wesley. I loved Toon. Loved Mickey Schuler. I loved Kenny O. I even loved Richard Todd. But it was Freeman McNeil, dude. That was my guy. I loved Freeman. And that was in the day when running backs were king, next to quarterbacks, of course. But yeah, but it's like, dude, Klecko. It was amazing. It's just amazing that we get to see this, dude. I started to think for years, like, it's just never happening, dude. They just don't care. And you got to give it to Peter King and Gary Myers, dude. Like, those guys didn't shut up about it for 20 years. Howie Long's another one. Anthony Munoz is another one of the greatest tackles of all time, in the Hall of Fame himself, and said, dude, like, the best player I ever played against was Joe Klecko. And how about Howie Long during his speech? Just said, I got to tell you guys something. And he broke it down and said, one of the best on the defensive line is Joe Klecko. And it's a shame he's not in here. So, like, voices like that, but it was really Peter King and Gary Myers. Both of them ended up being on the senior committee. Once that happened, once Gary Myers got in there, everyone was like, oh, Klecko's getting in now. Because he didn't shut up about it, dude. You got to give it to those guys.
The fact that they had to fight for it, the fact that it took so long, everything is just screams bias against the Jets to me.
Oh, yeah. Well, and Klecko said it too, man, in an interview a few years back. He said, the truth is that I was on a team that nobody looked at. We had those couple of good years. But outside of that, like, in most of his career, he was in obscurity. And that was a day. There was no internet. There was no, 150 million channels dissecting bottom end players or teams that aren't so good. It's like, now we know, like, even if it's a bad team, there's a great player. We all know who that is. Back in the day, there was no coverage. You had the newspapers. You had, the broadcast. And then you had, like, World of Sports. They would maybe get into NFL, or then you had Inside the NFL was like the first really good NFL show from that I'm aware of. But even them, they'd break down all the games from the week before, and the Jets were dog shit. So they would go, and the Jets played the Buccaneers, two teams that suck. They give them 30 seconds and say, the Jets lost. That was it. Or the Jets won, whatever. They'd say, and the Jets figured out a way to score a touchdown this week. Can it be something of a things to come? And then he moved right back to the Dallas Cowboys. So, that's the truth of it. If Klecko was on the Dallas Cowboys, same career, same exact numbers, stats, career, everything. If he was on the Dallas Cowboys, the Pittsburgh Steelers, the Niners, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer, in my opinion. And if not first ballot, it doesn't take 30 years for him to get in.
Right. Yeah, he was amazing.
Harry hates TB12 on and off the field. Yeah, he's one for me too. I don't like Tom Brady. And this whole thing with him trying to be cool now, I'm not into it, dude. I see right through this guy. He's a piece of dog shit, and I don't like it. He's a liar. He's a cheater. He's screwed over to the NFL for decades. Money laundering, the whole thing, cheating. I refuse to. Oh, he's cool. He's funny now on talk shows. I don't care. But most guys, Tim says he was Curtis Martin and Coles when he started to watch. How great was Lavernius Coles for a few years there? And then he goes and signs with the Redskins, and then we trade for him back. Crazy. Wacky.
Yeah, I mean, I loved him because he just came out of nowhere, right? I mean, he was just one of those guys who worked hard. Kind of felt like he was just one of those great, pleasant surprises when you just end up with a really good player.
Yeah.
Kind of hoping that's what Brownlee's going to end up being.
So Ryder wants to know if I loved Johnny Lamb Jones. It's a funny thing. Johnny Lamb Jones was drafted a little before I was a Jets fan, right? About 2 years since before I started watching. So I remember everybody hating him, but I don't really remember him. You know what I mean? Like I know about I've learned and I've watched, but he was before me and he was around for a couple years. I feel like I remember him having a good game or something, but he was big flop for us. First round draft pick. Ill-advised. He was like a track guy, They just said, all right, well, he's super fast. You can't teach speed, as we know. So we can teach him everything else. And he couldn't catch. That was the problem. So I don't really have much hatred for Johnny. I have friends that are like a couple years older than me. They do it all the time. Oh, like Johnny Lamb Jones, what a ridiculous. I'm like, yeah. So I've heard it a lot, but he wasn't really on my radar too much. And I was young too. My first few years, when you're an 11-year-old kid, you watch. But especially back then, we didn't have now 11-year-old kids know more than us. They know stats and all this shit, man. Analytics. I didn't know any of that.
Yeah, to me, Johnny Lamb Jones, the only thing I really knew about him, based because I started pretty much when you started, was just that it was someone that I was made to feel embarrassed about, like a joke. But I wasn't there for it when they made the pick. It wasn't part of my history either. But right in the beginning for a few years, people would say, oh, how did they pick Johnny Lamb Jones? It was always the butt of a joke.
Yeah. Johnny Lamb Jones. Now, God rest his soul. He passed away a few years back. All right. Isn't it supposed to be 7 minutes? How long has he been talking?
I was going to say this is more than 7 minutes. So.
Did they show his bust yet? I missed it.
They showed the bust.
They did?
It looked pretty cool. Good looking dude.
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Oh, yeah, I saw it. I did. Looks just like him. Square jaw and everything.
Oh, look at his kids.
Yeah.
Michael
good. Congratulations to a guy that we hated on the field. There it goes. Who's next? I think Rondé Barber's next. Do they have a list? I'm just making stuff up. What did he say, Johnny? I didn't hear that. He gave props.
Ken Riley is next. Ken Riley. What did he say about the Jets? I didn't hear a thing. You want me to listen next time? How about the next guy who speaks? I'll listen on mute and then come back and report.
Okay. You can do that. That would have been one to listen to.
Yeah.
I mean, Ken Riley.
I don't even know who he is.
No, I'm gonna be honest. Let me see here. Ken Riley. Let's see. Ken Riley. Let me see NFL because there's a whole bunch of Ken Rileys. All right. Kevin Riley, not Ken. Kevin Riley, linebacker. Eagles 73-74, New England Patriots 75. Is that the same guy? He would kind of qualify for senior.
Can't be. You got the wrong Riley. It's Ken Riley.
It is Ken Riley.
Type in 2023 Hall of Fame inductees.
Ken Riley. Oh, he passed away.
Oh.
Did he? Hold on. That's not even...
Someone might speak on his behalf.
I think, inducted in the Hall of Fame 3 years after his death. That's the thing, too. I was upset last year. I forget who the guy's name, wide receiver from the Raiders, who absolutely deserved to be in. But he passed away, right? So I think those guys should get honored, too. Don't get me wrong. But it's if you have a guy who's alive, why? And it's close, right? You're voting and you only get one in. Why would you choose the guy who passed away? You can do that anytime. You know what I mean? It doesn't matter. I mean, for his family or something. But you want to enshrine these guys while they can appreciate it, in my opinion.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Well, that's the question is, why did they wait until after he died? That sucks.
Tim wants to know, it's a good question. Do you think Sean Ellis would be remembered differently if he didn't go to New England his last year? Yeah, I think so. I mean, dude, it's tough going over to New England, man. You know, it's like going to the Pats, going to the Dolphins, going to the Bills. It's like you kind of get written off. Because think about it, Sean Ellis was on the Jets for what, 12 years? 11 or 12 years? And he was great for us, man. In his last game as a Jet, not his second to last game, in the Pats game, he had 3 sacks against Tom Brady. Like, and we didn't want to, like, that was a crazy offseason. We let Sean Ellis go, Brad Smith, Braylon Edwards, who else? Some other guys. Whole bunch of dudes. Jericho Cotchery, all of like our like quality leadership. And we brought in Plaxico Burress and Derek Mason and all these guys. It's weird. And then, so like, that's what Sean Ellis said. He said the Jets didn't even really offer him a con. He's like, what do you want me to do? You know, like, he didn't like leave. He would have stayed. And the Patriots gave him like a decent contract. It was a couple $1 million. Hold on a second.
So any of you know that Darrelle Revis went to the Kansas City Chiefs? That's where he finished his career. We don't care about that because, I mean, it's Kansas City Chiefs. It's not New England. But what we do remember about Revis is the year he went to the Patriots. We'll never.
When did he go to the Chiefs?
Revis played for the Chiefs.
No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did.
No, he did not.
Oh, yeah, he did, baby. He did. Darrelle Revis played for the Kansas City Chiefs.
The fuck out of here. When did that happen?
I should have saved it for trivia. You looking it up?
I damn right I am. Look at this. When did he play with the Chiefs?
I got all kinds
Did
of
they sign him
knowledge.
like mid-season or something? What the hell?
They brought him in for a few key games. They like must have had an injury. I think he even played in the playoffs for him or something.
On November 22nd, 2017, Revis signed a 2-year, $11 million contract with the Chiefs. February 8th, 2018, Revis was released by the Chiefs after only playing 6 games for the team, including the playoffs.
Yes.
Dude, I have zero recollection of that.
Well, because he wasn't in our division. That was my point. Ellis goes to New England, you freaking remember and you know about it. A guy ends up in Kansas City, plays a little bit, you don't even know about it.
I feel drunk. That's crazy.
I'm going to be honest. It's not that I remember it. It's like, or remembered it. I was watching one of those NFL Classic games on the NFL Network, and it was a Chiefs playoff game, and Darrelle Revis was freaking playing. And I said, what the hell is going on? And I had no idea. And they started saying, yeah, Darrelle Revis. They wanted to see if he still has something left in the tank. And I was like, I had no idea. I was shocked.
That's crazy. I mean, Wesley was the best Gotham City.
Loved him.
Yeah, I mean, he was amazing, dude. Let's see here. I'm looking at some stuff. So K Yeti's asking about Mo Lewis versus Zach Thomas. Well, the thing is, they were different positions, right? So Mo Lewis played outside linebacker, and he played. The thing is, with Mo Lewis, is that he played different roles too. Very a la Klecko. Like Klecko was asked to do all kinds of different things and succeeded at all of them. Mo Lewis was very similar. Like there would be a 4-3 defense. He's the will, I think, if I remember correctly. And he's thriving in that role, right? Then they play a 3-4, and they ask him to be like a pass rusher, and he thrives in that role. Then Parcells, asked him to be a coverage linebacker, and he gets 10, picks or whatever the hell it was. So he was able to do so many things. So it's hard to really compare But Mo Lewis's stats were incredible. He was forgotten. Same thing as Klecko. He was literally ignored for years while he was having comparable, if not better, stats than like Junior Seau, Derek Thomas. They were the names, dude. They were in every year. Like they beat him every year. But he should have at least been considered an alternate. He was Rookie of the Year, if I remember correctly, or something like that. And he did make All-Pro, but it was only when Parcells came. Once Parcells came, then Mo Lewis started getting notoriety. And he made 2 All-Pros and 3 straight Pro Bowls when Parcells got here. And they weren't even his best years. The one year he did have 10 sacks.
Now, GreenBean, do you know what team Joe Klecko went to after?
Yeah, the Rams.
Nope.
Oh, the Cardinals then. Yeah.
Indianapolis Colts.
That's fucking bullshit. One of those teams with in my head, it's like I don't know. I always like St. Louis and what I say, the Cardinals. Yeah, I don't know. They are the St. Louis Cardinals, St. Louis Rams, I guess the Colts, but yeah, anyway, only one year.
He was robbed of getting to be like for years the sack record holder for a season. Like he had 20.5 sacks. That was the record at the time. The problem is it wasn't acknowledged until recently.
Yeah, right. They didn't count them. Well, Klecko had 20 and a half, not 25. Right. 20 and a half. Still.
That would have been the record for a while, right? I mean,
until Gastineau came and got 22 and a half or whatever. Okay. But so think about that. You know, like today in today's day and age, you get a guy that gets 10 sacks every year, he's a stud. 10 in 16, 17 games, 10, 11, 12.
Yeah.
It's like amazing. You know, he's a stud. We had guys getting 20 plus. You know, I think I got to look back. It all smears together, but it's like, think about that, man. You got one guy 20 and a half, that guy 22. You know, it's like, it's crazy.
It's crazy.
And then Strahan, you know, we've complained about this often, but you know, Strahan, it's like he has to Brett Favre has to lay on the field for him to break the record. That's what had to happen. It wasn't happening without that. He ran to the right and laid on the field. That is some baloney if I've ever seen it. And everybody just goes, yay! And they just, no, nothing to see, nothing to see. Like, it's bothersome to me, Jeremy. I don't like it.
I didn't know the Mo Lewis stats really.
Dude, I've done such deep dives into Mo Lewis's career. I mean, I compared him to like everybody that was beating him and all. I mean, look, it's not to say Junior Seau wasn't great. God rest his soul. Derek Thomas, God rest his soul. They were great. But there were years, man. Like Mo Lewis was right there. Some years, like, it's like, you know, it depends. Like Derek Thomas might have more sacks. Mo Lewis has more tackles and picks. And it's like, but it's right there. It's all, and he was completely ignored. Completely. Just off to the side. There were many years, even the New York Beat. If you guys remember this back in the day, the New York Beat was even sympathetic to it. It was like, they would put out huge, like, full page pictures of Mo Lewis, the best player in New York, the forgotten man, all those kinds of things. Like even they had to, it's like, because he can't catch a break. And dude, he played 12 years for us. He didn't play a full season twice. One was he played 9 games in 96. Right? Yeah. And then his last year, he played 15 games. And remember, it was a 16-game season. So, dude, he played 12 years and he was on the field for us. He was always there. It's like Aaron Rodgers. You know, yeah, they all get a year, whatever, and they don't play. But it's like he was healthy the whole time. Crossfire says apparently Revis already also played for the Bucks. Well, the Bucks are who we traded him to, Crossfire. Remember? That was, we got the 9th overall pick and we used it on D. Milliner. Like, Why in the world? Like, it just shows how like disconnected. Like, you have to pay attention to everything, right? There's more to things than just the thing, right? You got to look at the world around situation. It's like when you look at a box score, you're like, well, these are his stats. So that's it. It's like, well, it's not always the case. There's a lot more to it, right? So Rex Ryan, who was the real GM at that time, in my opinion, Idzik did all the money. Maybe he orchestrated the trade, whatever. But Rex is picking the players. Let's be real. John Idzik, a first-time GM who's an accountant, and he wasn't even a real GM candidate. Rex is here for 4 years already. He got Tannenbaum out of here as the scapegoat for why they were failing. You think John Idzik is able to come in here and push Rex around? There's no way. Rex and Woody were tight. They're thick as thieves. So they trade the greatest cornerback in Jets history. Now, he's on a knee injury, so there is what it is. You get a first-round pick and a conditional third, which ended up being a fourth. So that's fine. It's good value if you want to say that. Fine. And then you use it on a cornerback he was an injured cornerback at that. But you got to think, what you're doing there is you're bringing in a kid. You've now traded Revis, and you bring in a cornerback. What's going to happen? He's instantly compared to Revis. So he's starting in a hole, right? You have to think about that stuff. The pressure, the added weight that you're putting on that player. Like, take anybody else. Why do you have to draft an injured cornerback? Perpetually injured. Oh, he's great. Yeah, great. And he was injured his whole time here, just like he was in college. Let's see. I know, right, K. Eddie? The Favre sack. Furious wants to know who should make the Hall of Fame next. I don't know, man. I mean, maybe Mangold. Mangold's legit.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Let me see how many. Let me look at Mangold.
He deserves to be in. I mean, it's freaking.
Yeah, but it's like it's close. NFL. It's close, right? Like you can't. So Mangold has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 Pro Bowls in 10 years. So he played for us for 11 years, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, so he played for us for 11 years. The last year, he only played 8 games. He missed 2 games in 2011, and he missed 1 game in both 2014 and 15. And then he played 2016, he played 8 games. So pretty much he was a stalwart as well. So he made 7 Pro Bowls. He made 2 first-team All-Pros and 1 second-team All-Pro. So that still counts. So it's 3 All-Pros and 7 Pro Bowls. So he's there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the argument is like, is he Hall of Fame great? I don't know. I think he is. Yeah, Choronzon. I'm sorry, buddy. Says Mangold too. Yeah. Russell, who's Mo Lewis? I know. That's the saddest part about it, Russ. He's not even in the Ring of Honor. It's insane, dude. It's insane to me.
It's crazy.
Like, because even being ignored for the large part of his career, he still had 3 All-Pros and 3 Pro Bowls and 2 All-Pros, but he was ignored. Sadly, it was one of the things that Jets fans bitched about. And the whole thing with the Tom Brady hit, like, dude, that's just happenstance. Who the hell knew a 6th round pick quarterback, their backup, was going to be able to do that? Like Drew Bledsoe. Let me just give you guys like a Russ who doesn't know who maybe he's playing, but assuming you're not. Mo Lewis in that game, that was the 9/11 game. So there was the games were canceled because of the 9/11 tragedy. And then the first game back was the New York Jets versus the Patriots. And the Patriots they had Drew Bledsoe. He was one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL. He just signed his contract. He was the first ever $100 million quarterback in the NFL. So he was the guy. He was the guy, NFL quarterbacks. So we're playing a game, whatever. Mo Lewis comes around and absolutely decimates him, crushes him, taken to the hospital. Every Jets fan, period, thought that was great. Great hit, knocked him out. Patriots are done. And it just so happens that the asshole who came in from 6th round pick ended up being Tom Brady. What are you going to do? It's Mo Lewis's fault. Jets fans are like mad at Mo Lewis about it. What are you going to do? It's like, playing the Ravens. Jamie Sherwood comes around and crushes Lamar Jackson, knocks him out. Brett Hundley comes in, or not Brett. What the hell? Lamar? Huntley comes in and ends up being Tom Brady. It's like, what do you think? We shouldn't have hit Lamar Jackson because of the fear of what? It's just the craziest thing.
Well, think about it. Think about it. Last year, first play against Miami, Sauce Gardner knocks Bridgewater out of the game. This kid Skylar Thompson comes in. What if he was the next Tom Brady? What if he put up 400 yards that day and whatever? And he's one of the best quarterbacks right now. Are we hating Sauce Gardner?
Right, because that's the equivalent. It's a very good point. And don't forget, Miami fans thought Skylar Thompson was the next coming. Mm-hmm. They were talking about him, man. Skylar Thompson. Well, you got to see a lot of Skylar Thompson. They no longer feel that way. Phil Adams says, GreenBean and Jeremy. JK. Oh, Jets. Okay. Will you be able to give your best audio description when JK, Joe Klecko, 73 comes on? I'm flying blind here. Dazen has messed up. What is Dazen? I think I've heard that a few times. What is that?
I think it's
we'll do it though, Phil. Sure. I mean, I'm not going to do it while he's speaking, but we'll talk about it for sure.
I'm guessing it's the European satellite company there that gets these things.
Yeah, somebody said like something switched over to Dazen recently, and it sucks. And I was like, "What is that? I don't know what that is." But I'm sorry that's happening, Phil. That sucks.
So I think if Sack calls in, he'll play it live. Otherwise, I'll go on mute and then come in and give updates. I guess that's the only way to do it. Or maybe we both should mute because everyone's going to be listening at home anyway. And then we come in and say what's going on. We got to figure it out.
Yeah. Oh, we'll just, I mean, you can't hear my TV, so I'm just going to watch it.
Yeah.
Just going to watch it. Korea says it really should be Gastineau. I agree. It's why I'm wearing my Gastineau jersey. But I don't think it's going to happen. And it all boils down to, for Gastineau, number one, he quit on the team. But I think the big thing is that he crossed the strike line. When the NFL players and everybody, when they, had a strike against the NFL, very few players crossed that. Gastineau was one of them. And his team was vocally upset about him doing that. It is Flight Right. It's a shame that Mo Lewis doesn't get respect. It's crazy to me. He was among, if not the best linebacker we've ever had. I mean, it's the truth. And he played for 12 years as a New York Jet. Never went anywhere else. And he was great. Great the whole time.
No.
Karanzan. Got it. Karanzan. I got you, buddy. See, my issue was whether it was a hard or soft ch. K. You know what I mean? So I'm at it. Karanzan. I'm in.
I'll be right back.
That's right. Hennessy. That's right. People forget that. All we heard before the Dolphins game, oh, man, you don't want to see Skylar. That guy's going to light you up. Not anymore. You don't hear that. DAZN. DAZN. Okay. Has taken on the NFL. That's crazy. DAZN. Yeah, I guess. I mean, I don't know. That sucks that they're weak. These companies, right? You should give it to somebody that that has their, their foundation in place. Who the hell's DAZN? What is that? Yeah. No, John, he's not in the Ring of Honor. It's crazy. We skipped over. That's why, like, people were upset with me. Like like last year when we inducted Revis, Mangold, and DeBrick, I was totally happy for those guys. And I think they all deserve it, of course. I mean, they're great. I love those players. But why did we skip Mo? Why? Why did we skip over Mo Lewis to get to them? Like, what is it? And he never complained. He was just like, he's just great dude, man. He was a good, just came to work, made plays, never a scandal, nothing. Nothing. Yeah, Lance Mel, totally. Lance Mel was great. I mean, I'm a huge Kyle Clifton guy. He's another one completely ignored. Think about this. Ray Lewis has the most tackles as from a linebacker as far as our stats because they started taking the stats 2 years or 3 years after Kyle Clifton had 200 or 199. It's crazy. Like, what the fuck? What is that? Oh, the most in NFL history. No. Dude, Kyle Clifton led the league in tackles like 4 times, 3 or 4 times. Not even the Pro Bowl. Crazy. Like, it's absurd. There was a time we had Kyle Clifton and Mo Lewis, and they were, dude, hundreds of tackles. They were crushing, killing it. Nothing. We're seeing it with Klecko, dude. It took 30-something years to get this guy into the Hall of Fame. This is what we're up against. So when, like, people have asked me, well, if Mo Lewis and Kyle Clifton were so great, then why didn't they? Because it's not indicative. Like, them getting recognition is not indicative of how well they played and how great they were. It's just favoritism. And then back then, you know, it was still, there was no internet during Kyle Clifton and Mo Lewis's careers. Kyle Clifton was amazing. Look at Kyle Clifton's stats, dude. They're unbelievable. I mean, if we had a linebacker doing that now, we would be vomiting all over ourselves. We couldn't control ourselves. Oh, my God. We wouldn't know what to do with a guy like Kyle. Dude, Kyle Clifton was lumping up everybody, dude. He was just straight up middle linebacker, crush you.
We had a lot of lovable guys. Like, we loved our guys. I mean, you had Lance Mel and Kyle Clifton and Freeman McNeil, and I love Mickey Schuler, man. I mean, when we go to the park and play football, we would either pretend to be Wesley Walker or Mickey Schuler. Those were the 2 guys that you'd pretend to be when you were having a catch.
I'm going to show you guys Kyle Clifton real quick. I just want you guys to see something. So look at this. All right. Come on. So just look at this. 113 tackles, 160, 174. Then he plays 8 games, 51, 162, 162, 199, 146, 138, 143. Jeez. Look at this. No Pro Bowls. Not second team. Dude, he led the league in tackles all these years. What's the highlight about? What is that? Why are they darkened, bolded? Whoops. Why are they doing that? What does it mean? But look. When's the last guy we had 199 tackles, guys?
It's crazy.
Yeah, right. Hennessy. And this is why it's so funny. When a guy like Asante Samuel comes out and says, oh, Sauce is only getting that because he's in New York. What? Dude, clearly you're disconnected from any reality because it's not real. I'm telling you, John. I'm telling you right now. I actually called the NFL Players Association trying to get Mo Lewis on. I don't know what I'm doing. I got to get somebody that knows. I got to get somebody to help me. Anybody want to help me get Mo Lewis on? I want to get Mo Lewis and Kyle Clifton and James Hasty and all these guys on, dude. They should be remembered. They should be appreciated. And with Mo, Kyle Clifton is just forgotten, right? And it's sad to me. But Mo Lewis, it's worse. People have hate. because of friggin' Tom Brady.
It's stupid.
It's crazy. I'm with it. Look at this guy. Look at these. Look at it. It's insane, dude. And again, you want to talk about, like, now guys go down for everything, right? It's, oh, I twisted my toe, and they're out for 3 weeks. 16 games, 16 games, 16 games, 12 games, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16, 16. Dude, this is when Marvin Jones came in. So Kyle Clifton went to backup behind Marvin Jones. He's old, which is fine. But anyway, you know what I mean, everybody? It's bullshit, Jeremy. Saleh just gave a presser. What'd he say? Did they ask him about Becton 56 times? Is this DeMarcus Ware?
Still looks very young.
Yeah, it's him. DeMarcus Ware was great, dude. Remember watching that asshole? Karanzan says, Sauce has the potential to be the greatest corner of all time. Imagine having 2 of the 3. I know, but I'm afraid to talk like that. I'll be honest with you. He's got all the potential in the world, right? All the potential in the world. Just going to keep watching him. I hope he has a great year, dude. Because there's a lot of hype. My fear is that they will buy into the hype. Like, I just need Saleh and the team and the coaches. They need to be able to keep these guys even keeled, man. Quinnen, I think's okay. Sauce, Garrett Wilson, all these young bucks. They got to be able to keep them straight. You got to keep. We can't buy into the hype. Ryder and Talon's Pod goes, wait, didn't Whitehead have 109? Oh, that was missed tackles. That's great. It sucks, but it's great. It's a good joke. It's a good joke, man. Harry's going to help me? All right, Harry. Help me? Yeah, help me. I need help. I want to get these guys. That's what I think, Tim. I think the problem is that they weren't, Woody, he didn't own the team then. So he's like, what do I care? Maybe. I don't know. What do I know? Yeah, Champ Bailey was a stud. No doubt. No doubt. The thing is that what Revis did was he effectively shut down an entire half of the field for years. Now, the sad part is it was like kind of a short, he was really good leading up into like 2008, 2009 really was that best season ever. But that period of like being done, like he had a 10-year career and he got fat and he just kind of, like even like the Chiefs, they signed him for 2 years and they cut him. Like it was like, I think that kind of, it's a shame. It takes something away. When you got like the Woodsons and the Baileys. How long did Bailey play? Let me see. Charles Woodson was another one, man. Let's see. Champ Bailey. How long did he play? Yeah, dude. Played 14 years. $15 years. So Champ Bailey played 15 years. Revis, let me see. I mean, you can count the Chiefs and everything, but yeah, it's 11 years technically with the Chiefs. 11 years. So Revis has 7 Pro Bowls. He was second in the voting for Defensive Player of the Year in 2009. Remember, he lost that to Charles Woodson. Rex was pissed. But he was a first-team All-Pro. 1, 2, 3, 4 times. He has 4 first-team All-Pros, 7 Pro Bowls, second in the voting for Defensive Player of the Year, and he was also in the voting for Comeback Player of the Year, but he didn't win that. He was 4th in the voting for that. I know he does. Yet he looks young and sprightly, DeMarcus. He looks like he could be drafted. It's crazy. Right, Harry. We'll get ourselves a plan. I'm in, dude. I like it. I would appreciate it. Sincerely. Put you on the payroll like Jeremy. Jeremy makes a lot of money with me.
I get double cheeseburgers and
quiche.
And
I send Jeremy a quiche every year. Do I? No, I don't. What's up, W? Good to see you, buddy. Is it worth putting the TV on? Well, not just yet. I mean, unless you're real. I mean, I always like I watched many years without Jets players. I'd be interested to see, but it's kind of stale, boring. You know, you listen to the speech. We're going to listen to Klecko and Revis, though. That's the whole thing. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing today, W.
Yeah.
All right, Paula says, let's take it year by year with Sauce. I watch a lot of interviews with him. He seems like a level head. That's the good part, right? He does seem, I mean, he's into the whole hype thing, but he does seem just grounded. He does. But I'm still nervous. There's a lot of hype around him, man. But he's not a punk. Outside of buying a whole bunch of bling for everybody. Oh, man. But I agree with you, Paul. I do. Fungus Among Us says, yeah, well, Revis shut down some of the greatest wide receivers in history. That's what it was, right? I mean, he shut them down. Everybody. That was the greatest part about it. And even in 2010, he did it. He was fucking great, dude. He really was. I see some 73 fans out there, like fans, actual fans. See that? Eric McMillan, Richard, totally. But he's another one, only a few years. We only had Eric McMillan's dominance for a couple of years.
Yeah.
See all those empty seats? What was that all about?
I know.
That was crazy.
I'm showing this guy.
Is Jeremy wearing his Elijah Moore jersey? Is that what you're wearing today?
No, I got my this is the wrong number 8, man.
All right. Now, did you change it to Rodgers, or that's a new jersey?
No, I just ordered another one. I don't know what I'm going to do with that Elijah jersey. Maybe I don't know. I don't know.
So Hennessy says you're going to eat a lot of double cheeseburgers. Now, is that touchdowns or McDonald's sacks? Is that what you're doing?
Every time Will McDonald gets a sack, I'm going to have a double cheeseburger. Not at that moment, because I was
going to ask.
Manage that. It would have to be like the following Wednesday show or the Sunday night show after.
Right. So not like you're not going to have them like on the ready.
No. I mean, I'll try if it's possible.
You know what? Don't, because you know what the problem with that technique is.
Yeah.
You're going to eat double cheeseburgers every week.
Right.
They're not going to waste.
Right. Because exactly. They're not going to waste them.
Right. As much as I'm like, look, I have all kinds of issues with the corporation that is McDonald's. Mm-hmm. But let's be straight here. Very few things taste as good as a McDonald's cheeseburger and fries, man. Like,
that's so delicious.
It's so good. And you know why? You ever see that like Super Size Me back in the day? Remember that? He's just very like Super Size Me, 39 cents.
I was jealous.
39 cents. You could go Super Size Me, and they gave you this gallon of soda, and the fries were like this, dude. There was like 4 large fries in there. Like, yeah, dude, you Super Size? Hey, hell yeah. I don't care if I don't eat it or not. Super Size Me. Now a small fry is like $2, $2.50. It's a crazy, dude. The prices.
Oh, the prices.
Well, McDonald's, but what they do So they add, extra salt in it, of course, extra sugar, like the ketchup and all. But the cheese is actually developed in such a way it's a low-grade opiate. Did you know that?
Oh my God.
So,
wow.
dude, your system, when you bite into a McDonald's cheeseburger, it's like your receptors like, you're like, oh my God, I want more. And so that's it. And then you're driving around the next day, you're like, I'm gonna go to McDonald's again. That was great. That was a great day.
Yeah, yeah. They're kind of like
Doritos.
Doritos.
Be careful.
Same thing as Doritos. It's chemically engineered to make you want more.
No doubt.
Yeah.
Dude, we're not playing anymore. They're making you want to come there. It's all, dude. I just went in my garden this morning, right? I weeded the garden and everything. And I'm going to harvest today when we're done here. I'm going to go. I got radishes that are this big, dude. Huge. Beets and chard and tomatoes and peppers. Dude, I'm trying to get myself over to I'm only eating actual food. That's what I'm trying to do. Working with my Testosil, my testosterone booster, which, by the way, guys, free bottle still. I'll put it in the chat, but it's in the description. You get a free bottle and $10 off, dude, of Testosil. It's amazing. But as I start working out and shit, I can see it. Like I'm eating. I'm like, dude, it's got to be all in the same path. Like McDonald's, Taco Bell, all those delicious ass places, Doritos. All the stuff. It's chemically, dude, it's engineered now to make you eat the whole bag, every last bite, no loose fries, whatever it is.
No one pulls it off better than McDonald's, though. I could eat
McDonald's is the shit.
I could eat so much more food than I normally could eat. Like you're right. It's like you don't get full from it. I ordered.
Phil says he's never eaten McDonald's in his life. Don't start now, Phil. You made it.
Don't.
Marcus Ware is still talking. What happened to the 7 minutes?
I know. It's crazy.
I wonder everybody's leaving.
Phil. Don't even do it.
Don't do it.
The big thing in the UK is Pizza Hut. And they do but it's all you can eat, but they don't say all you can eat. It said something like
all you can enjoy,
all you may, or something
all you
like
may.
That.
It's so nice.
Something like that. But it was like they've always been all over London, at least. Pizza Huts everywhere.
Did you notice in Disney World now they're calling it all you care to enjoy? What's the mind game there? What are they doing?
I don't know. I don't. To me, it's like I want to see those magic words. All you can eat.
I think that's why. Like it does something like all I can eat. Well, that means I have to eat it all.
Yeah.
All you care to enjoy. I'm not enjoying myself anymore. Maybe that's what it is. I'm sick.
They're trying to calm you down. The worst is, and I wish, I would never do it. I'm not this kind of person. But like, if you want to have videos go viral, can you imagine sneaking into a Golden Corral and just videotaping people at the Golden Corral eating? They literally make the tables and the chairs far away because there has to be like tons of space between the chair and the table. And it's like unreal what goes on in there.
Oh my God. Dude, Golden Corral is the secret corner abyss of food addiction. Like I'm telling you, go in there. I've only been to a Golden Corral twice in my life. And let me tell you something. Once I was alone. I just went in there. I had a purpose. I said, I'm going to the Golden Corral and I'm gonna ruin my life right now. It's crazy, dude. You can get pork chop, it's like pork chops, prime rib, and everything is the lowest possible quality that you can think of. There's no question.
My father loved it when he first moved down to North Carolina. So every time I visited, he goes, "Well, I'll take you to Golden Corral. I'll tell you." And I was just like, I said, Dad, even I, the biggest junk food eater in the world, felt dirty.
Dirty.
I was like, this is dirty.
I tell you what, there's a place on 95. If you guys are ever, I used to drive up, I still do, but I drive up and down 95. When I lived in Florida, I would drive up all the time, right? Up and down. Baltimore, my wife's family, and then my family in New Jersey and New York and everything. So we drive up. There's this place called North Carolina Barbecue. And it has all the words, right? North Carolina bar. You're like, all right, it's great. I went in there one time. I don't write Yelp reviews very often. If I do, it's good, right? I wrote one bad Yelp review for that haircut I got. Remember the haircut?
Yeah.
I was like, no way. I started writing that as I was walking out. You motherfucker. I had to shave my head, dude. That's how bad it was. But North Carolina Barbecue. It's right on 95. You'll see if you see a sign for North Carolina Barbecue, do not go. Dude, it was so bad. Like as we walked in, the floor was so greasy that my wife, and my kids, we were slipping. Like, whoa. The food was so gross. And it was packed. It was so good. We just told the waitress, we need our money back. Like there is no way we're eating this. And I tried a whole bunch. I was like, oh my God, like everything, like biting into think about biting into a hush puppy, you know, those little cornbread dog barbecue, biting into a hush puppy and liquid coming out.
Oh my God.
Dude.
Oh.
Okay. That's all I'm going to tell you. I wrote a scathing review. I told my wife, you got to drive. I have to tell the world.
I used to stop always at Maryland House for the Maryland House.
I know Maryland House.
Yeah, I know. Right. Yeah. And I used to stop there because they used to have the Roy Rogers.
Roy Rogers. And those are the last. There's a Roy Rogers, a real Roy Rogers, on my way from here to Baltimore, DC, whatever. But there's a real full Roy Rogers restaurant with a new sign. It's like new. I went in there. I got the roast beef. That's my big thing with Roy Rogers, the roast beef and cheese.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
Cool.
Still good.
Because my new thing on 95 is now that they have the Wawas, I'm always like jumping off at a Wawa.
Yeah, well, I got Wawas all over the place, so I do Wawa all the time. I do Wawa right next to my work. I do a Wawa almost every day.
I would be in so much trouble because I'd be eating so many cheesesteaks.
Yeah.
Out of control.
So Hennessy reminding us it's only the Jets players that are getting 7 minutes. That's what it is. I know, because Klecko will probably adhere to it out of respect because he's a respectful guy. Mikey Mouse says all you can eat would actually be more of a limit. I can't eat anymore. I have to stop. All I care to enjoy. If I still care, I don't have to ever stop. Right? I mean, that's kind of where I'm struggling with. It's like, I don't know. It seems all you care to enjoy. They're trying to get the gluttons out of there.
There's
all you can eat. Like, oh, I'm going there.
Well, you know how you combine all you can eat with stingy? By my parents in Cary, North Carolina. You ever hear a hot pot?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just did a hot pot a month ago.
Okay, so there's a hot pot place. For those of you who don't know, you get meat, vegetables, whatever you want, and you have this broth in front of you, spicy, not spicy, and you cook the food yourself. And they have a special where you go in for lunch, and it's all you can eat. So you could just keep ordering, and they bring you very little at a time because they're
very little.
So you're getting your lamb, you're this, you're that, you're cooking, you're eating. But they have a policy at this place. I am not kidding you.
Yeah.
You have to pay for anything you don't finish.
That's right. Well, only if it's ridiculous. Like if there's a few pieces left over, that's fine. But what they're saying, like, so if you egregiously just keep ordering, I want 10 of this and 10 of that, and then you leave a bunch of stuff, then they're charging you for all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're saying that's like Korean barbecue, hot pot. Like that's what they do because they'll keep bringing it. But it's real. Like when you order that stuff, it's real thin, like real, like slight. It's like it cooks in 10 seconds. Put it on the grill, it's burnt. If you're not careful.
See, I just got to go with one of my brothers, and I don't have to worry because both of them, if I'll get full and I can't eat anymore, but not them. Like if my older brother, if Lee, everybody's met Lee, Double Chaos, if he had the threat of having to pay. Believe me, he will eat it.
Yeah. All right. Listen, we got to switch gears. Klecko is next. I'm going to use I'm going to take a bio break here for just a second.
Oh,
and I'll be right back. We're going to listen to Joe Klecko is next, everybody. Brace yourselves for the historic moment we've all been waiting for.
This is what we've waited for. All right, let me know if you guys can hear the TV, because we can't have it where you can hear it. Do you hear my TV right now? Anybody? 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 Bueller? Bueller? Anyone? Bueller? Oh, I can't highlight things. All I can see is Just Forever. Klecko next. Just Forever with a very helpful chat. Klecko next. Thank you, Just Forever. You see my boy, Just Forever? Did you see my boy the other night throw that 67-yard pass? My boy. That's my boy, Just Forever. My boy, Zachy Poo. Oh, good. Cool. Thanks, John. Can't hear it. That's a good thing. Johnny says I can't hear it. Thanks, guys. I think it's at a volume where I could hear it, so that's good. Phil Adams, we'll try to fill you in on what's going on. Just Forever saying, your boy, laughing my ass off. Hey, I still got his jersey, and I wore his jersey. So you can't call me a hater. I didn't do it to be funny. I was wearing that jersey in honest support of Zach Wilson because I want him. I want him to be successful. I want him to be successful as a Jet. I don't know how that works out. I don't know how that works yet. But I want him to somehow be a Jet when Aaron leaves and for him to step in and just keep it going. We don't miss a beat because Zach learned everything from Aaron Rodgers. How cool would that be? How cool would that be, Just Forever? Get a Super Bowl or two with Aaron Rodgers. Zach comes in, wins his own Super Bowl for us. Would that be amazing? He's saying, no, you're a hater. I was never a hater. It's not true. Why do I have his jersey? I have two of his jerseys. I have a white Zach Wilson jersey also. You have no idea how much I love Zach Wilson when we took him. I watched every play he ever played at BYU. There we go.
Joe Klecko, everybody.
Right. We've waited so long.
I got to turn it up a little bit.
What's cool is my dog Klecko looks like Joe Klecko.
Is that right?
He does. He's got like the blue greenish eyes. They're kind of straight. Like he's got a square head.
Yeah, after this Jets Forever, he says, your boy. I'm going to show you guys the clip. Let me see. Hold on.
Jets Forever does not like that I'm like celebrating anything Zach Wilson does.
Why? Yeah, you shouldn't. You're not allowed to. You betrayed him.
I just told the truth.
I remember the moment where you decided that's it. You can't defend him anymore.
I mean,
look,
yeah.
Again, it's similar to Beckham, right? It's like, let's just all root for the kid. You know, you can believe or not believe. it's going to be a long shot. There's Fireman Ed. Hold on. Here's Klecko.
Oh, cool.
Berman's up there. Here, look, Berman's coaxing the Jets fan. Oh, I love it, dude. Everybody loves us. Come on. You can't deny us.
Look, this is Klecko. Tell me that doesn't look like Klecko.
It does look like him. All right, we got to stop talking. Hold on. Yeah, we're not going to play it over here, Tim, because we'll get in trouble. You guys got to watch it on your TV so we can react together. Joe, lower that, Jeremy, or mute yourself.
They say they can't hear it.
I can hear you.
I'll mute it. I'll mute it.
Klecko. Yeah. Klecko's got tears in his eyes already hearing this shit. Cannonball Run, baby. Huh. All right, here comes Marty Lyons, everybody. "30 years." Unofficially. You hear that? Look at that. Look at him crawling to get the sack. I friggin' love Joe Klecko, everybody. What's up, Eric? Good to see you, buddy. It's amazing. Marty looks good, though. He does, man. Look at this, everybody.
That gave me goosebumps.
Yeah! Oh, man, he looks good. That's the best looking bust I've ever seen. I love it. Huh. is amazing. Oh, that green. Yeah, he changed his name to play semi-pro. It's crazy. There you go, Debbie. Good for Debbie. This is great. Temple Owls, everybody. That's right. Still the greatest tagline to any group, period. Sweeney, center, everybody. Kyle Clifton, Lance Mel. Good for Klecko. Thanks, Aiden. I lowered it a little bit. That's right. Like we were talking about earlier. Gary Myers, dude. He's the linchpin in all this. Huh. This is so good. I don't even know what to do with myself. I'm with you, hater. I said the same thing earlier. You're my favorite. Huh. I agree, Rudy. Do a Jets chant, Joe. Well, I'm getting teary-eyed. Holy shit. Huh. Yes. E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. That's right. We're the best. Make no mistake, everybody. You're a part of the best thing in the league. Being a Jets fan. Make no mistake. Love bites. I love that he ended it with the Jets chant, everybody. Jeremy, come on back in, my friend.
I love that he did the that he found Fireman Ed. That's awesome.
Yeah. That's right.
That's awesome. I that's just the best.
Look, and Ed's still doing it. Look, he's doing another one. He don't give a shit. Hey, there's Phil. I think I just saw Phil. Dude, Jets fans, let's see how you feel. Come on, throw them in the chat. How you doing? That was awesome, John. Bradigan's here. What's up? Good to see you, Chris. John says that was awesome. Ryder and Talon's Pa, that was great. Jets faithful turned. I don't know what that means. Turned out?
That was great.
Great job. Right, Rudy. Now look, we're biased. There's no denying it. But that was better than the other ones, right? It was fun. It was light. You know, it was great. I got when he started talking to his wife about her undying commitment. And I felt it, dude. I got a little right here, Jeremy. A little tears.
The greatest soundtrack in all of sports. Jets,
dude.
Jets.
Like you hear even Chris Berman, who, by the way, was a season ticket holder for 25, 30 years himself, Jets. That's why he brought up the Shea thing. He's been going to Jets games since Shea. I mean, it's like, it's one of those things, dude. It's just the JETS chant is iconic. And yes, the GIANTS giant, same syncopation, same syllables. It's not the same. EAGLES, Eagles, boo. It's lame. JETS, 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 Jets. It's amazing.
It's the best. It's unmatched.
It's unmatched.
There's no sport, no team, no in any sport, no organization. There's nothing like it. It is the best cheer in sports.
I'm with Phil needs a jacket. Phil Adams says, as an Englishman, I have a vision of what being an American or being American encompasses. Joe Klecko is that man. That's right, dude. That's right. Where it's like, the idea of winning every battle, like, it's like everything I'm doing, I need to do my best right now in this moment. And if I get beaten, what am I doing the next moment? That's it right there. That's it.
I'm like tempted to go watch Smokey and the Bandit now.
I know. Smart dude. I'll tell you what, though. He was great in Cannonball Run, though, too, man. Klecko. Yeah. When you think Cannonball Runs when he lifted the car, or was that Smokey and the Bandit when he lifted the car?
I don't even know. I didn't even realize. It's like I'm remembering now I'm thinking I know which one, like he was one of those other truck drivers, but I'm like, it's crazy. Yeah, when I was a kid, I didn't even realize it was him when I was a kid.
That's right. Look at everybody with the milk thumbs and the chat. This is great. All those emojis. You guys are awesome. I know Jets Forever can't stop smiling. That's how I feel. The Fonz is here. What's up, man? Perfection. I agree. Vafadoose, thank you for all the emojis, all these Talking Jets only fans popping up. I love all the emojis. It's so good to see. Fireman Ed is the man. Agreed. Love bites. Beautiful speech. Agreed. I love it. Fireman Ed is the GOAT. Right on. What a great speech. My wife was crying. Oh, Johnny, I'm with it. I'm with it. I love it. Phil missed it. Where do I see Klecko getting the jacket? It's probably all over Twitter right now. You can probably find YouTube clips. It's out there, man. There's no way it's not clipped and everywhere right now, Phil. If you take a look. I don't know if you use Twitter. Twitter is definitely on Twitter. I'd play it, but I can't, man. I just can't. I just can't, buddy. I want to, but I just can't. Oh, man. What is that? Oh, no. Ryan caught a cut on Aaron Rodgers' ankle. There's a cut. Oh, no. We don't like that. We don't want any blood from Aaron Rodgers. I'm looking for it. I don't see it just yet. It's going to be out there, though, dude. It's going to be out there, no doubt. That was amazing. Let's see, Paul. I don't care. It was great, right? It was so good, dude. That was great to watch. Dude, it took 30 years. And, like, look, guys like myself, like us older fans, this was very real. It was palpable. Like, there was a time when, like, there was a spike maybe 10 years ago. Klecko in the Hall became a hashtag. Like, it was a website. And then it spiked for a minute, and then it went down, and it was like, it's over. It's never happening. And then all of a sudden, the senior committee, and then, Peter King, and then when Gary Myers went on to see, it was like, all right, holy shit, it's real. And it started again. He was second in the voting last year. And then he was, in the top 3 this year. It was like, oh my God, this is real. This is going to happen. And then it did when he walked out on the stage that night. Woo! Modine checking in with some positivity. What a great speech by Mr. Klecko. He barely even spoke about himself, but instead gave thanks to everyone that helped him in his life and ended with appreciating the fans. That's right, Mo? Hey, when it boils down to it, what we disagree about is irrelevant. That was real. And I agree with you. And I thank you. I thank you for toning down the bullshit to say something so beautiful.
It was kind of messed up when he says, "You're my favorite," because I'm imagining.
Oh, yeah.
Because you're a dad. You're a dad. Can you imagine your son's reaction if you looked at
my kids? Well, it's going to always be a daughter for a dad, though, too. You know what I mean? Like, he acknowledged his son. You know what I mean? He did the thing. But it's more of a ribbing. You see that? It's like there's a ribbing man to man.
Yeah,
He never lets me forget the Super Bowl rings. But, hey, buddy, what about this? You going to get one of these?
Yeah.
You know? So it's still competitive. That's the way it is, right? But it's like with daddy's little girl. What about the other little girl? She's like, what about me?
That's what I'm saying. What about the other little girl?
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
My kids ask me all the time, who's your real favorite?
Yeah. I can see your daughter doing that.
I'm like, you.
I can see
You're just saying that. I said, then why ask me? But I always say something political. You know what I mean? Like, oh, look, you guys are very different. You know, I love you the same, but, you know, I appreciate they're like, I
mean, when
hey,
she
good
grows,
boy.
You're gonna have to visit. You're gonna have to visit your girl in Alaska someday when she grows up. Because she's gonna be racing. She's gonna be racing in the Great Anaconda, whatever they call
it.
The
Iditarod.
Right. Iditarod.
My daughter is something else, man. Like it's real. Like I can't even believe her commitment to like dog sledding and horse training and all this. I mean, I can't even believe it. Like I have no experience with either. And she knows more. She has all kinds of harnesses for our dog. She has a cart. They pull her around. I'm like, where do you get this stuff? She got a thing for her bike. It's like this thing. So she can like sticks off the side of the bike with a leash so she can ride around with the dogs.
Amazing.
It's like, I mean, I just hook them up to the handlebars like an idiot and then they pull one way and I break my face. And that's how I do it. I'm like, just hanging on the handlebars. She's like, Dad, why? So when they pull, I can fall? I'm like, oh, yeah. She's like, no, you need to do this because of the weight. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, oh, my God. I don't even know. She's ahead of me on everything. Love Bites. It's all about the cadence, baby. Perfect name for the perfect chant. Jet. I agree. Like EAG. Stop it. You know what I mean? Just stop it. All of you. GIA. Shut up. It's potent. It's powerful.
It's the way it sounds. The first letter. J.
Yeah, it's exactly right.
It's like the way the sounds are.
And the way it ends, like Jets, instead of like Giants, Eagles.
Giants. That's what you just did.
Yeah. But isn't it kind of coinky dinky that the fact that the two closest teams happen to have the same chant?
Yeah, trying to steal it. Yeah.
I gotta know. Anyway, what came first? Oh. Yeah, they don't know. They don't even acknowledge the Giants chant. It's like, it's not even, I looked up what came first, the Jets or the Giants chant. It's 100% Jets chant stuff because nobody cares. Nobody even knows. I had somebody, a Giants fan. I had lots of Giants. My family is predominantly Giants fans. Although Aunt Gina, guys, sent me a text just like last week. And she had another kid that she converted to Jets. That's what she does, right? Aunt Gina. She's been working on kids since I was 10. So she said, I think we finally flipped it. There are more Jets fans in our family than Giants fans. I said, it's because they're all passing away. They're all old, but she's like, don't matter, dude. The next generation is Jets fans. It's all Gina, dude. I'm going to tell you right now. Little bit of me, little bit like Mike, my son, a little bit, but it's Aunt Gina. Aunt Gina is actively, if there's a new kid born into our family, She's like Jets bears and Jets jerseys and hats and fucking onesies. That's what she does.
Yeah.
She's on it.
She started with you, and she totally just came in and pushed them all out.
Dude, it's been a 40-year exercise for Aunt Gina. She's relentless.
That's awesome.
It's amazing. Johnny Jimenez, awesome, that fireman Ed, and had his photo of his brother with us. Yeah.
That's great.
Right.
I loved it when Joe Klecko mentioned Tom Baldwin. Let me tell you a quick story. Went to Hofstra, my first time going to a practice. God, man, what am I, like at 12, 13, 14 years old? I'm at Hofstra. Gastineau comes out. That was huge. We were going crazy. And guy comes out in crutches. Now, I'm just a kid. I've been watching for a couple of years. I don't know them without their uniform, who's who. I don't know every player. And the guy's in crutches. So I say to my friend Jason, who's standing next to me, I go, who is that? And he's like, I don't know. It's some guy next to us. I'm not shitting you. It's like, imagine a nasty, mean Dom C, right? Just looks at us and goes, that's Tom Baldwin. Hurt his knee in scrimmage yesterday. Like that was all attitude.
Yeah.
What WTF, dude? Like, what's going on? Like, how am I? I'm just a kid.
Right. It's so good. Oh, yeah. So in the movie, right, in the Smoking, I think it was Cannibal Run, it was Mean Joe Green and Joe Klecko in the van, right? They ended up driving, or the Hawaiian Tropic car, I think. They ended up driving it into the pool, right? I think that's what it was. But Smoke, yeah, it was so good. Hater says Joe did an amazing job representing himself and all. That's right. He did a great job, dude. Respectful. He honored everybody, you know? That's great. And I love that he ended it with the Jetsans. And I can't forget, dude, it's like, you know, it's everything. He didn't even mention the Colts. He didn't even mention them. Usually it's like Ed Reed. When he came up, he said, I want to thank the Jets and the Texans for letting me finish my career with those teams. Thank you, blah, blah, blah. He goes, well, let's be real here. This is all about Baltimore. And then he went it, but he did it, you know? And Klecko didn't do that. So good. Screw the Colts. He's a Jet, dude. Get out of here. You know? Really? K. Eddie said that's the scene that got him into the Jets. See, I was already a Jets fan, I believe, because I was like psyched that it was him. I remember that. I was like, oh my God, that's Joe Klecko. Harry with an emotional sentiment. Thank you, Harry. I feel the same way. I cannot imagine watching this without you guys. Thank you. I know Harry, as we've learned, getting to know our buddy, has been outside the New York. He grew up there, but he's been outside, whether California and Florida, for many years. So he was the lone Jets fan wherever he was. And he found this, right? This is the greatest thing. It connects all of us. We got our Iowan buddies. We got our New Zealand, our Australian guys, the UK crew. You know, Jeremy's in California. Gunny's in Houston. So it's like, you know, it brings us all together. Do we get to do this together? It's amazing. I'm in Virginia. I forget that sometimes. I say up here all the time. I'm like, you know what it is like up here. I'm like, wait, where? I'm in the woods, in rural Virginia, man. I forget. Phil's going to go watch. Yeah, go watch it, Phil. Come back and tell us what you think. GTA IV, man. What's up? Gitav. Gitav. Taiv. Klecko is such a stand-up guy. Loved it. Loved the chant. Yeah, me too, man. Right on. Right on. Look at all these guys. John says, I had no idea Klecko had a son who was in the... Oh, yeah. It's like Toon's son was in the league for a minute, too. Remember, he played for the Dolphins, I think? He ended up dropping a pass against us. Oh, I loved it. I loved it. I was like, fuck you, dude. That's what I was. Good. Get out of here. You should be a Jet or nothing. Al Toon was supporting him. You know, of course, it's his son. I was like, this is bullshit. I don't like it. I'm mixed feelings. Yeah, right. The chant is us, dude. And anybody, the Giants and the Eagles, boo. Revis, man, he might be last because we're the only team. Oh no, we're not. Two Cowboys. But I don't know. Maybe they got to separate the Jets because it'll be like Jets chants all over the place. We might ruin the place if we got 2 in a row. We can't be contained. We can't be controlled. Greatest offseason. Joe, Jeremy, you're on mute, buddy. Somehow.
I'm saying I'm surprised there wasn't a delay before this guy, because I would have thought the Jet fans would have just kept doing the chant over and over again. Delay the whole thing.
Look, Revis is on cue, on deck. How many we have left? Not many.
Just a few. 2, 3.
Well, we got Rondé Barber. He didn't go yet. Who else? I just forget where we are. So Howley went, Ware went, Zach Thomas went. You had what the hell was his name? Ken Williams. What was his name?
Riley,
right? Harris Bornstein, what's up, dude? He says greatest offseason in Jet. I think I just said that, but I agree. Dude, that night, which happened on a Thursday thick of it night, where we got to watch, and remember, we didn't know for sure if any of that. We didn't know anything. We didn't know if Sauce would win Defensive Rookie of the Year. We didn't know if Garrett would win Offensive Rookie of the Year. We didn't know if Klecko was getting in. We didn't know if Revis was going to get in. Revis was the one we had the most intel about. It was like Revis, there was word that and we thought that Sauce and Garrett could win, but we didn't know. Seattle had those 2 kids, man. He had Walker, the running back. He had a good case. And then I always forget his name. What's the cornerback? I just can't, for whatever reason, I can't see Worley. What's the cornerback that hold on.
Worley. I hate that names like that. Impossible to say. Worley.
Oh, Marcus Trufant is still over there. Wow.
Hey, the next time I meet you when I'm in North Carolina and I come up to Virginia, if that ever happens again, any situation like that. Oh, Woolen.
Okay. Woolen, sorry.
No, I was thinking about you. I forgot this. When I went into there's a Wegmans in Raleigh, Durham, but like near my parents. So they have those big things that Taylor had.
Okay.
Taylor Park Roll. So the next time I come up and see you, I'm going to bring one of those up to you.
All right. That's awesome. Well, I have a store here, Jeremy. Like I have this little market called E.W. Thomas, this little tiny market. It's like a 1950s store. There's a DMV in it. It's like, they sell firewood, kindling, axes, seeds, you know what I mean? All that kind of shit. But they have like seeds in jars, Yeah. But out of it's the craziest thing. They have a little tiny section in their refrigerated section. It's got Taylor ham, Locatelli Romano, which is the best Romano in the world.
Right.
And Scrapple.
Oh, so you got it all. You don't need me. You got it.
Well, I will appreciate it too.
You'll still take it. You'll still take
burlap sack of meat. Sure.
Right. You'll still take a log of Taylor pork roll.
Hater says you got my wife dying over me and my wife dying. Best sports chant ever. It's the truth, man. I got to catch up a little. I think I'm behind on the chat. Let me catch up. Eric says Anchina is my idol. Right.
I want to be just like her.
Yeah, well, that's it, dude. Jan. She's committed, man. You got to see her. Her thing, she had this weird little saying that she made up. It was green go Jets. I guess it was like, to translate for kids. She's a master. Mm-hmm. I always would think green go Jets. Like, what is that? I was cool and older. But kids, they love it. They go, green go Jets. Green go. It's like 3 simple words. Green go Jets. Like green, go Jets. Like the color green is your favorite color. Go Jets. That's her whole thing. She's had rooms of kids yelling green go Jets.
That's amazing.
I'm telling you, man. Nobody more committed. Right. What chant? Nobody, dude. Our chant is the most potent. Look at that kid. That's the Gotham City kid.
100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 100%. 1
Yeah, totally. Yeah, I recognize him. That's the Gotham City kid. He's having a good. That's Claudio's son, I think. Good for him. Yeah, he didn't mention. At least I didn't see it. I mean, I listened, but there's a possibility that I missed it, but I didn't hear it. Phil says Aunt Gina is the Jets fairy. That's the truth, man. That's right, JR. Joe is now a made man. We just witnessed it. He's a made man. He can't be touched. No more. He's done.
He's a made man.
The made man.
Oh man, that would be a great line if if I ever got up there. I'd be like, "Ooh, I'm so glad when they opened the door, I was here in Canton and not in some garage looking at like some rubber sheets on the ground."
Yeah.
Remember Pisco?
Right. Johnny says Virginia has a big Jets fan club out here. Wat2K. Yeah, dude. Wat2K is the president of the Jets fan club in Virginia. And I've been there. We did the last 2 years. Hold on. I'm looking for dudes. Yeah, there's Claudio right there. And there's that guy. I forget his name. That's Happy, I think, maybe. We're doing Revis next, everybody. Revis is next, Paula says. All right.
Whoa.
All right. So, Ricky, right. Okay, we're here. I'm going to catch up. Here we go. Hold on, everybody. We're going to be. It's our day, dude. Who can deny?
All right, I'm going to go on mute.
Huh. Oh, man. Oh. Everybody booed. Revis's mom coming up, everybody. Everybody booed when he said the Patriots. I remember that game. That was a great pick. I remember that. Jamarcus Russell thought he had a touchdown. Well, it's hard, Phil, when nobody throws to him anymore. That's the whole thing. It's like that's why interceptions are kind of an illusion in that capacity. James said it must be pain. It's quiet in here. That's funny. We got to watch. We got to listen. All right, let's see the bust, everybody. Look at this moment, everybody. Look at this. It doesn't look like him. She's like, that doesn't look like you. Klecko's looked like him. That doesn't look like him. Jeremy, I don't think that bust looks like him. Now, you're on mute, but I get it. You know.
No, I'm a few seconds behind you for some reason.
It's about time. Claudio on TV all day. The quietest stream of all time. This is amazing. Amazing. Can't believe it's real, everybody. Rex. Is Rex there? Oh, I don't see him. Little Dion love. Oh, he's going to cry talking about mom. That's the way. Let's see if he does a Jets chant. He should. He's on more teams, but you should do it. There it is. That's us. Yeah, that's what we were saying. See? I told you. There's a Jets chant. This is great. He's doing a great job. He cursed. Good job, Revis. Good job, everybody. I think it was great. He acknowledged the Patriots, but through the eyes of a Jets fan. That's the way to do it. He acknowledged the burning of the jersey. He acknowledged the pain that we experienced seeing one of our great players go over to our rival. He saw it. He acknowledged. He didn't say, hey, I want to thank the Patriots. He didn't do any of that. He acknowledged it through the eyes of a Jets fan. I think that's fantastic. What'd you think, Jeremy? You did? What's going on? Okay.
Did I freeze?
Maybe.
Oh, look, it was amazing. It was a great speech. It's interesting to me. I can't help but notice it's putting it together now that neither Klecko nor Revis acknowledged each other. It didn't seem.
That's interesting. That's a good point.
They didn't acknowledge each other, but they both acknowledged the fans. And they're right. We're the greatest fans in the NFL. I don't care what any other team has to say about it. We're the best fans in the NFL.
Yeah,
we stay with our team all the time. We go through, like it doesn't matter. Everything we've had to put up with, and we've always stayed through it. All the Jet fans are the best.
Yeah, dude, look what we've been through, everybody. And this is a great day. We get to watch two of our greats get into the Hall of Fame on the same day. One a first ballot, one a 30-year wait. So it's obviously a contrast from what the experiences are. But man, we're here. We did it. We saw it. We're experiencing it. The same year that we really made history, first ever offensive rookie of the year in our history, but the same time as having another defensive rookie of the year. So it's a great year, guys. Now we got Aaron Rodgers, we got all kinds of young talent, and let's see what we can do. I love how Revis acknowledged it. It was different than Klecko, but just as appropriate, because the experiences are different. So I think that was really good. Well, you know what, Phil? I think it's right to do that. He's pointing out, I know what that felt like, but we've been through a lot together, is how he said it. I think that's great. Ups and downs, hey, part of the story. I think it was good. I hear you, Phil, but I think it was good. I think how he did it was great. Again, acknowledging that he signed with the Patriots, but not going over there and saying, oh, it was great to win a Super Bowl with you guys and blah, blah, blah. It's Jets. It was Alquipa, his family and all that. and then the Jets. So that was great. Yeah, dude, this is great, everybody. We'll get our thoughts here. Great job, Adam. Right on. JW says, I have ESPN. This isn't on. I'm telling you, man. Everything's carved out. Like I liked back in the day, we had 3 networks and it was on there. You know what I mean? Whatever it was on one of them. It's not anymore. This is on NFL. This one's on Amazon. This one's on Plus. This one is on NBC. It's like, it's tough. YouTube TV takes care of a lot of that. I will say that.
I'm on mute.
Oh, you were talking?
I was saying I didn't know it was possible to have ESPN Plus without having ESPN.
What's that? What'd you say?
I didn't know it was possible to have ESPN Plus, but not have regular ESPN. Like, I don't know what kind of
I mean, you're right. They're different channels now. It's crazy. You got, you only got this. And I did that last year. Like I had ESPN, but that was on ESPN2. I didn't have that. I was like, what is this?
It's annoying.
It is, man. It is.
I still have to order the YouTube TV NFL package. I haven't done it yet.
Yeah. That's the thing. Love Bites is a great point. Revis is Revis, right? Like we've always had kind of issues with his personality. He's just, it's different. But he didn't make it awkward with the Pat stuff, and he showed love. That's again, I think in order to be upset about that, I would have to look for it. I think it was good. He didn't, he didn't shit on anybody. He did say the word shit though. That's interesting, which doesn't happen all the time in Hall of Fame speeches. That's interesting. Ricky says the Curtis Martin speech was the best he's heard. Grown men were tearing. Oh, you were there. Awesome, man. Yeah, that was a good one. Kevin Mawais was good too, although he didn't really give too much love to the fan. He did do it. He acknowledged a Jets fan. He fist pumped with a Jets chant. But I thought his was good too. I know, Phil, the channels are ridiculous anymore. It really is. It's just more money. It's just everything. How can we carve out 2% more? So, all right, man. So, Jeremy, final thoughts? I mean, we're not gonna hang out for Rondé Barber, right?
No. It was. I think it was. It was a good day for us. We've been waiting for it for a while. We've known about it. No surprises. I think both of them handled themselves very well. They both represented us very well, and I think the Jets fans that were there represented us very well. So I'm excited about it. I'm excited that they just gave us more history. So, like, as we move forward into this run right now for the next few years, or hopefully even longer, we just had a piece of history cemented with Klecko and Revis going in, and now we got to follow it up, win a Super Bowl. Just keep this momentum of Jets going. This is our time.
This is our time. It's time to capitalize on it, man. Everything's built. All the accolades are here. Everything's happening. Things are changing. Offense, defense, rookie of the year. Joe Klecko getting into the Hall. Darrelle Revis first ballot. It's all here. Time. Guys, with that all said, we're going to wrap this up. I want to thank you sincerely for hanging out for this one with us. This was special, man. I'm glad we got to do it with so many of you guys. This is amazing. Jeremy, thank you for hanging out, buddy. I want to thank Matt O'Leary for checking in, Sack Exchange for checking in from the Jet Lounge. It's just a little low-key, right? A little mellow, lots of silence. I never did a stream with quite so much silence in it. But it's appropriate, and I had a good time. So we'll see you guys later. Jeremy, we don't have to do any promo. You got anything you want to say real quick?
Nah, I'm on tomorrow night at 9:00. So.
All right. So tomorrow 9:00. There you go. Jeremy, everybody, we'll have the Jets pod out on Monday. Guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. Thank you for hanging out with us. Congratulations to Joe Klecko and Darrelle Revis. JETS, 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 Jets. Have a great day, everybody.
High pressure in control. Man, that looks great.
Jets, 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 Jets! Woo! Oh my God, it's so beautiful. 78 degrees, Jets football, and we're winning. That's what's going on today. That's why everybody's so psyched. This isn't no happenstance. This is a guarantee, just like Joe Namath said. See that?
There are few things in life you cannot put a price on. Loyalty, tradition, fierce passion. Today is a gigantic family reunion because finally, they're back.